And once again, welcome back to Cybernation Uncensored. I will be your game runner this evening, and we are playing Blade Runner. As always, this is a mature-themed stream, so you have been warned. But before we get started, let us meet our Blade Runners and who is playing them. Echo.
I'm Echo. I'm playing Echo Jones. He's new to the Force, but I don't know. We've done enough game sessions. I'm stopping to. I don't think that's part of his persona too much. He's gotten some car fights, car chases, gunfights. He's practically a vet by now.
Trial by fire. Shockman.
Hey guys, Michael Shockman here. I am playing Detective George Stone, an inspector with the RDU, and kind of the sergeant of the group, the second in command, I guess you could call it, of our crew, and the gourmand, for that matter. For anyone who's watched before, you know he loves food. He's definitely been very. George has definitely been very upbeat and very bubbly and kind of devil may care type stuff until recently. But the moment that his friend and a person who he considers a person, Evie, said that she wanted to be more replicant, he took off his glasses and was like, okay. So there's going to be some changes to the way he plays his character, and they're going to see a different side of him going forward. So I look forward to seeing where that leads. And
Dorsley, speaking of Evie.
Yeah, speaking of Evie, I'm Dorsley. I play Agent Evie 1-9.3, or just Evie. She is a replicant. She is fresh out of the bag, as I like to say, only a couple weeks old, and is still finding her footing and has uncovered some interesting things about some memories that have been implanted in her head and is maybe having a bit of an existential crisis. Who knows? So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes with her and how she interacts with everyone moving forward.
Treat it like anyone who has a crisis. Shove it down. It doesn't exist. Nolan.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's fine.
Nolan. Are you muted?
Oh, you're muted.
You are
muted. Yeah, I realized I'm muted. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be ready for when he calls my name, and I'm just gonna get straight to talking. I forgot I was muted. But anyways, I'm Nolan North. I'm gonna be playing Lance Rogers today. Lance Rogers is the old timer on the Force, knows people. That's probably the only reason why he stays on the Force for as long as he has. He's kind of a little self-serving, but if you come to him, he'll give you weird, unwanted advice. He does tend to have some Michael Scott moments, as we found out last time, and that was took me way too, or rather, I was way too excited to reveal that one, but hopefully it landed correctly with the audience. And besides that, be on the lookout for Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. Should be coming out March 25th, I believe, is when we're slated to start streaming that. There's one more seat open, and I believe it's going to one other player. I just need to confirm some details, and after that, we will be all set.
All right. So, a bit of housekeeping. Unless I'm mistaken, there should be some free advantages left, and no one has a negative. All the personal +2s have already been used up. And where we left this off, you're still continuing to investigate the potential terrorist threat. You've already solved the problem with the hospital. Looking into things, you have found some contacts that have pointed to a name. Lucas Tyrell, who has purchased very specific medical equipment from a smuggler who did not like how specific that equipment was, and anything relating to Blade Runners and replicants, they don't tend to like to get involved with. And when they do, they make sure to know who they're involved with in case a Blade Runner comes knocking. You got his name from that smuggler. Although details-wise, Lucas Tyrell did not actually provide his name, the smuggler just made the effort to find out, just in case it became important. You are, or two of you are at the Tyrell at Lilith Labs, where they currently implant memories. And Lucas Tyrell has just left. Right as you found out who you're looking for, and right as Lance and Echo provided the information. Evie has elected to stay in the lab. Meanwhile, George has decided to follow
Yes.
Mr. Tyrell.
Really quick, DM. Really quick, GM. The music is not playing.
Oh, yeah, we just started. So,
Okay.
since you're going to be following him, I am going to assume that you don't want to be caught.
That is a very good assumption.
That, unfortunately, means I will need you to use your driving skill if you have any.
Okay. There it is. Okay, gotcha.
It comes with no other
here.
dice, so it's just whatever that rating is.
I gotcha. I was actually talking about the music because I didn't hear the music starting up. It was taking a while to load. All right. Hold on. I did that wrong.
We'll see where you land. Also, Lance and Echo, I assume you're gonna want to flank him again like the last time you guys tried to flank. Okay,
I'm gonna go ahead and push that really quick.
sure.
Okay. And you know what? For this one, I'm actually going to use one of the advantages, one of the +2s.
All right.
Alright. So that's going to be to add. Would I just add another D8?
No.
Or would
you,
I add? Would I
well,
add my?
You have a choice. You can push and use the +2 to get rid of stress if you get any, or you can just roll again.
I'll just roll again. No,
Ooh.
the car won't start, and I am pissed.
No, the car started. Your problem here is you're not as inconspicuous as you would like. So you have a choice here. You can continue to follow as you are, or you can pull up the siren and make him pull over, given you are still a cop.
I'm not gonna pull and put on the siren. I am wondering if with my particular duties in the RDU, being what with being the inspector and the Wallace guy, would I have access to like a tracer, like a tracker round that I could put into my PKD that I could fire onto like his license plate or something like that?
You could, but given that you're not as inconspicuous, it might.
Gotcha.
You're gonna be pulling your gun out while flying. It will be noticed that you're trying to shoot.
Oh, he's flying. He's flying. He's
Yeah,
not.
there's a spinner.
He's not on the ground. Okay, Gotcha. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and take down his plate number.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna peel off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clock a rough idea of where he was heading, and then I'm gonna keep the plate number and try and track it, because I'm pretty sure that we with enough resources we can track his car wherever he's going.
Okay.
Yeah.
It leaves Lance and Echo. Sorry, does George provide them with a plate number?
Oh, absolutely. He will send that over on the KIA immediately.
Would the
And
two of
he'll
you
say a
like to
little
find
bit-
it?
He'll say a message saying.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
What
Go
message?
ahead. I can leave it for later. It's fine.
I was gonna say my idea would be maybe if he's gonna send that information over, and he knows what George looks like, right?
You? Like, or
No, the guy that he's chasing, the guy he's following.
Yeah,
Lucas,
I
or
think
he saw him.
I think he saw me in the office. Yeah, he doesn't know what you look like. I don't think though.
right. I was gonna say, so we can pull him over for a routine if we needed to.
Yeah,
but
we could.
you're gonna try and look for it, so you're gonna have to find him, because you are a distance away.
Yeah, so I maybe put on an APB on this guy and his plate number that George Stone provided. That way we're not looking for a needle in a haystack in LA.
Right? I was about to offer, would you like to spend some resources or spend some promotion points to get a few more squad cars from beat cops to look for?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If we can.
Spend
I
a
don't know if that
promotion
was
point.
going to take more than a
No, you spend a
just one
promotion point
and then any
and
connections.
then connections. Yeah,
Cool.
pull some beat,
Alrighty.
just pull some cops out of their beat to try and help you.
Make
And see if
I
that
remove
works
one
out.
beat.
Calling all cars. Calling all cars.
Let me check what you got. Oh no. Like the
Oh,
push
no.
vet?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it. You know, if it goes, I'm gonna push it.
That's
That
Nice.
is stress too. So at
that's
the
most
moment,
elusive person.
at the moment, the beat cops don't have the time or the resources or the manpower to help you out right now, considering you are close to the end of all their shifts and no one really wants to get involved in whatever Blade Runners get involved in, because that usually involves guns.
Yep. And then I just take, phone call, just like slam the dashboard of the spinner that we've run into, me and Echo, and I'm like, and I look at Echo, God damn it, we're on our own again, Echo.
So, if either one of you wants to try, it is observation. See if you can find the vehicle amidst the mess of Los
I know
Angeles.
what direction he was going in.
Yeah.
I know what the car looks like. Let me.
You know what the car looks like, and you know the plate. I'm assuming like George can send you that, so
Hopefully, right?
you at least know what
I'm
you're
gonna
looking
just
for.
I'll speed off in that direction and at least just see if I can just randomly see it out of the
Sure.
using. I'm just gonna do a normal roll.
And
There you go.
perfect.
So,
I'm driving around looking out my window. I got it rolled down. I'm literally like hanging out looking for it.
the one advantage that you have, which was technically the disadvantage that George had, is there aren't that many spinners. Most people still do have ground cars at this point. So cars on the sky are not as there aren't as much volume of traffic. So when you find a few spinners in the sky, you can easily dictate which one you're seeing. As you're flying around, you will find the spinner. When you drive a little closer, you will find its plate. However, in order to find it and get close enough to see its plate, you're not going to be as hidden as you might like. So same question, would you like to flag it down?
No one. Should I just do a flag it down, routine stop, looking for something, and at least
Yeah.
get what information we can, and then let them go just peacefully?
I mean,
Do you
If
have
he-
something I can plant on the car as a tracker?
I don't have any trackers, unfortunately. But
I can try to elusively follow him. Let's just do that. Let me just try to elusively follow him. If he catches on, we can try to pull him over.
okay, excellent. Yeah, and then hopefully we can just talk to him. Maybe, yeah, just talk to him. It's just friendly conversation, right?
Yeah, exactly. We barely found him. I doubt unless I'm gonna stay in his top. I'm gonna stay above him and behind him, so he has to eyeball us if he's gonna find us. So I'm gonna do my flying check.
Driving.
Is it driving or can
Yep.
I do other stuff? Stealth or driving?
No, just driving. Anything
can try
regarding
using an
maneuvering the
advantage?
vehicle, use driving. There are 2 more advantages left if you want to use one. Are you?
I wonder why my driving is down to C. I thought I had pumped that up higher before.
Well, you
You
might
did.
have accidentally. That should be B, right? Here.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you're gonna use it, are you gonna use an advantage before I ask you to roll?
You know what? No, I think with a B, I should be okay. I
Okay.
doubt I'll have to push it.
Go ahead. Faith in your own skill.
It's not letting me roll.
Oh, you click disadvantage. Because by default the system is disadvantage, we only have 1 dice.
Oh, so just click disadvantage?
Yep. Uh-oh. Would you like to push that?
How is that possible? Yes, I will. I'm going to push my driving skills to the absolute limit.
Hey, there we go.
So I'm giving you stress because you did have the unicorn come out. Unless you'd like to spend a
That's fine,
+2
that's
to ignore the stress, because you're already 4 out of 5.
Yeah, if you mean we use one of the past advantages.
Okay, so no stress for you, but you do fly,
Thank you.
and you do manage to follow him. You do manage to follow him without him noticing. Like you said, stay above, behind, no way for him to see unless he really sticks his neck out there and rubbernecks to see you. For now, you're following him. You're not sure where he's going yet, but for now, you're following him. Visible junkies provide your now second +2, so there's 2 more floating around there. Okay. While you're following him, since you don't know necessarily where he's going, but you can inform George where he is, and that is up to George now if you want to continue that chase with the other 2.
I will ask. I will message to Lance and say, did he park? Or is he still moving?
Not yet.
Okay.
Still moving. It's like the response comes back.
Okay. Echo has a better Echo's better at driving. Keep on him. Try to see where he's going. See if we can figure out what his next point of contact, and then if it gets too dicey, back off, and we can just put out an APB at a later point. But yeah. Just keep on him if you can.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stop
I'm
following,
not-
and if I see him pull over or something, I'm gonna keep driving. I'm not gonna like pull over and watch him get out of the car.
Yeah. I'm gonna head back to. I'm gonna message Lance and say I'm heading back to the place to meet back up with Evie. Don't want her being on her own too long.
Quick correction.
Emoji.
One of the +2s is for everyone. The +2 from Visible Junkie specific to Eevee, which, let's see if you need it. Because while everyone's gone, for the roughly 30 minutes or so that you're alone in Lilith Labs.
Really quick. I didn't actually use one of the +2s. We started with 4. I didn't use one. I just pushed mine. I didn't actually use it though. Because I didn't gain any stress from that. So we should have.
Then we
should have 3 because I don't think that Lance used one, and I don't think that and only Echo used one. So we should have 3 left for general and 1 for Eevee.
And you did roll twice.
Yeah, because I pushed it.
Oh, because you didn't click the push button. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay, so 3 of them, 1 for Eevee.
Yes.
So,
that's it.
Eevee, while you're here, however the job is going, you have Liv Tyrell, the connoisseur of memories for replicants, if you will, and you have a memory lab, and you have questions that you've been shoving down this entire time. So the only thing I want to ask you is, would you like to indulge those questions? Give or take if you trust Lilith Tyrell.
I think the curiosity is too much. I think she's like sitting and sort of like twiddling her thumbs for a while, and it's just like eating away at her because it's right here. Like when else are we gonna have an opportunity to be like right where the memories are stored? So yeah, I think she will try and dig a little deeper into these memories that have been implanted.
So the question here is, do you want to ask Lilith to do it, analyze your memories, check your profile, or do you want to ask for access to it and do it yourself?
I would like to ask for access. I don't think Evie trusts Lilith, even if her tech isn't very good.
Next question. Are you
Yeah.
going to do this in a friendly manner, or are you going to pull the RDU badge and force her to do it? Friendly meaning you're going to need a connections
Yeah.
roll to try and... Or manipulation, your choice, to try and smooth it over, or you can use the RDU badge and force her to do it with no roll needed.
I think I'm gonna try and use like manipulation, but more in terms of deception, and basically tell her like, so while we're waiting for my team member, I do have another case that I'm on, and it would benefit unlocking or looking into some of the stored memories that you have here. Would it be possible for me to gain access to those? It should be very quick. I just need to cross-reference something.
That is manipulation. You have a personal advantage to use on top of the other three that's still floating around there. That depends on you if you'd like to use
We'll see
it.
if I need it.
Ooh.
Remember, you can use it to ignore stress.
Dude,
when
the
you push.
dice gods are against us this session. Holy shit.
You can push twice as a replicant. You can ignore that stress. I'm gonna give it back to you. There you go.
Okay,
You-
okay.
You can
Oh,
ignore the one
jeez.
stress with the plus
The
2.
one stress.
I've already given you
Okay.
back the stress, but you can ignore it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of the plus 2 provided by Miserable Junkie. And now we have 4 plus
God.
2s because Bookish Wyvern just gave a general to everyone. So you can ignore the stress, and you go, you tell her this, and she looks at you. Oh, yes, of course. Would you like me to run anything by the machines, or would you like to check it yourself?
Just because it is so confidential, it would just be better if I did it by myself, if that's all right.
Of course. As protocol indicates, I will only be able to give you read access, so you won't be able to edit anything. If you want anything copied, I'll have to sign off on it. Otherwise, you'll be able to view
Understood.
anything you want.
I'll let you know if I need a copy then.
She leads you into the memory lab's basically database, where there's a computer terminal waiting for you. There are now 5 plus 2s thanks to both Bookish Wyvern and Silver Phantom. No one's been declared, so that is for everyone. So you have a lot of work. You have a lot of things backing you right now should you fail, but you will have to use your tech. Because this is very complicated machinery. Would you like to use one for advantage? Rather than waiting to push? Okay.
Yes.
Brings you down to 4. You've used 1. Would you like to push that?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Would you like to use
I'm
another
also
to
gonna
remove all the
origami.
stress?
I'm gonna origami.
Okay, so you're not gonna use the plus 2. So there's
No, I'm not gonna use another +2.
4
Just
left.
the one.
You're looking through databases, and while one hand is on the mouse, you've somehow learned how to do origami one-handed. Just folding it in a way only a replicant can have the hand-eye coordination to do so.
It's a beautiful swan.
While this would normally be distressing to normal humans, you are a replicant, and it's starting to show. However, you scan through the memories here, and you can very easily pull up your own file. The memories that were placed on this file are stuff that you remember. There's the book that you like to read, which you have a bit of memory reading beforehand, even though you're technically new. Oh, I'm sorry, there's another plus 2 that brings it up to 5. And there's a minus 2 as well, on whatever the next roll is gonna be. So, both from Furious George. So, Evie, while you're reading through the memories, you find what you're expecting to find. The memories of the book and why you like it. You already knew that this was meant to be put in here. Memories of some friends and some things that you might not like to remember, but they're there in the back of your mind. And that's all that's there. But based on what you understand of this tech, because you did get 2 successes, there's something wrong with the data. It looks like it's been cropped. You know, like if you see an image that's been cropped awkwardly, you can tell that someone probably cut it off at the weird angle. It's the same with the information you're getting. Like, it's been cut off at a strange point. Like, it's missing some things.
Okay.
The problem is,
Would
if
it
you
be-
inform anyone here, they'll know you're looking into yourself.
Would it be possible to see like anyone else who's maybe accessed these memories or like a history?
That will go beyond, well, beyond what you're doing
Okay.
now, but it will be within the access you've been given. So if you will have to make another tech roll for it, because that is a separate ordeal entirely.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try doing another one.
There
I'll do it
is-
normally, and we'll just
you
see what
have-
the dice say.
No, thanks to Furious George, you have a disadvantage because there was a general negative that's been put on the chat. So unless you spend one of the 5 floating +2s to cancel that out, you're at a disadvantage here.
I'll just do a straight roll.
Okay, so you're using one of the
Go all
+2s.
in, go in,
So a
spend
straight
2
roll.
spend 2 of the 5 to get an advantage.
No, I want to leave those there.
So
We'll do a
there's 4
straight
now.
roll.
If you're using one of them, there are now 4 of those advantages floating around.
Come on, big money, no whammies. Come on.
Pushing.
Push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Ah!
You have 1 more push in you. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Being a replicant paid off.
Well done.
Okay. So, one way or another, Evie really wants to find out what this is. You are looking
Yeah.
deep into it. The information, you're starting from the beginning here, going down. So, it was created by Lilith Tyrell, which is expected. She's the one who implants the memories. It was rechecked by Lilith Tyrell before the date before you were released to the RDU, so it's kind of like a backing check. This is, again, within parameters. This is what you expect. However, on the same day that you were supposed to be released to the RDU, or the day before you were supposed to be released to the RDU. So on that same day that Lilith Tyrell made her secondary check, there's a data entry from someone who has rechecked your system. However, that data entry has since been deleted. That doesn't mean, however, that you can't find anything. You have a badge number. Basically an ID badge number that cannot be deleted from the system as a matter of a safeguard in case of emergencies. This, for the record, did take a little bit of hacking skill to get bypass security. So technically you've obtained this information illegally. But you do have a badge number. You just don't have personnel files on record. How you translate badge number to the personnel files, you're not going to be able to do from this terminal. This terminal is just a data log. You'd need access to basically their HR terminal, which is a whole nother problem of how you're going to get that. But you do have it.
Oh,
yeah, go on.
Can I maybe go back to Lilith
Sure.
and say, I've done my cross-referencing, but I came across something on the files, and that this memory or replicant's memory was accessed by a specific badge number, but there wasn't a name. Is there a way that I could look up the Wallace badge number to see who it was that accessed?
Just a reminder, seeing that badge number goes beyond the access you were given. That's what I mean by you obtained the badge number illegally.
Oh.
Like,
Gotcha.
that wasn't part
Okay.
of what access you were given. That's why I said you had to do a
Okay.
bit of hacking.
A bit of hacking. Okay.
So
my apologies.
telling her
I
may not be
misunderstood
the
a little
best thing to do.
bit. Okay. No. Then yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it to
So,
myself.
but again, if you have something
now.
else you want to say to her that might get you access to HR, although you can always just keep it for yourself for now.
See if I can come up with a lie.
Because you don't need access
you
to
know
the
what,
badge numbers. You can need access to their HR
Yeah.
terminal. But if you don't get access to the badge numbers, then you'll have to hack it again. Which is already proving difficulty.
Yeah.
Just keep it to yourself for now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Sorry, I was reading
Okay.
the chat. How to delete browser history. It just really made me laugh.
All
I know,
right.
it's so good, right?
So, you'll be waiting there, to which George will be back, and you're still in the same room that you were in earlier. Lilith has, again, provide you access. Nothing seems to be off to her, so she lets it be. Once George arrives, Liv Tyrell just looks at the two of you. Officers, if there's anything else, feel free to call me through the receptionist, but I do have some work to get back to. You can
course.
move around freely in the facility, and if you need any access to any particular place, just inform the receptionist and should provide you a guest badge.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I did have a really quick question though,
Sure.
Ms. Tyrell. Really quick.
Sure.
And I know this is kind of a personal and forward question, but so forgive me. But what was the given name of your son's father?
She
I
looks
guess
at you.
I guess what I'm asking is, was he named after his father?
No. My
Okay.
my
Good question.
ex-husband's name is Henry.
Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Very well. He leaves, and it's just the two of you now. Would you like to stay in the labs or leave?
I will look directly at at Evie. I do it at least once every session.
Who is this George Lee?
I look at Evie and I honestly feel like I would, because of what I just got done doing. I think I would like to self-impose an observation check just to try and, or an insight check just to try and see what is going on her face and in her demeanor. If you're down with that, because he's very distracted right now, still being kind of hopped up on the chase. Which
Well,
one would it be?
That is that would be on George to make a roll, and it would depend on Evie if you're trying to hide it. But for George, it's observation.
Okay.
For Evie, if you're trying to stay as composed as possible, this would be treated like a baseline test, almost. So insight.
Okay. I don't think that Evie would try and hide it.
Okay, so it depends
I
on
think
what
it's
he
just-
sees first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
He
is
sees
two.
that
Two. Okay.
he sees that you are intrigued. I'm assuming.
What?
Mhm.
What's the
Yeah.
expression on your face right now?
I think the expression, especially like now that we're alone in the room, like Evie looks like she needs to say something. But
Okay, and I'm like, cigarette.
because cigarette.
Let's go. And I will take her outside and head around the side of the building, take out little Mr. Plastic piece, pop it up and then put it down, pop open a cigarette and offer her one. I don't think she smokes, but I'll still
I
offer.
did with Lance, so
I'll
I did
offer.
with Lance.
These
We're
these are
such
different.
bad influences.
You smoke poorly, I might add.
Making me drink, making me smoke.
Now you're one of the cool
making you
kids.
making you be a hedonist with the food. No, these are and it's interesting because George specifically smokes cloves. So these are really, he doesn't actually smoke actual tobacco. These are clove cigarettes. So these taste a lot better, but
Okay.
good lord if they're not harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
He'll hand
like,
you one and light you up.
these are
You don't
These are
inhale them
way-
here. You
Oh.
don't inhale them.
okay.
They're
These
like
are
little mini
different from
cigars.
yeah, these are different from the lieutenants, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'll try
These-
not inhaling them.
Just- okay. What do you need to what's going on? What's
Oh,
going
right.
on, Evie?
Okay. So, you know how you wanted me to let you know when I've learned something about those
Yeah.
memories?
Yeah.
So, you know, we were in the memory lab, and I know that I said I wasn't gonna look into it. I kind of couldn't help myself. I managed to lie my way in there, and found that someone accessed my memories right before I was released to the RDU, and what they did was deleted. So
Okay.
they accessed it. I have no idea what they did. I don't have a name, but I have a Wallace badge number.
Okay, that's a start.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk to Lilith about it because I did some stuff that I probably shouldn't have done in there. But I know that I mean I don't know how deep your connections actually go at Wallace, but do you think
Give me
if I
the badge
gave you the
number.
number?
Give me the badge number. I can probably have at least some of the ID information by the end of day tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
So
I ask you to actually physically write it down on.
yeah, I'm gonna physically write it down. We don't want
No,
like
we
a
don't want-
digital
yeah.
trail of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Right.
And
Oh, but how did things go with Lucas?
well, that's the thing. I tried to follow him, but for some reason I was having a really hard time with my car. It's very strange. Yeah, I guess I need to go and get it in for a tune-up because it kept on having acceleration problems, and I nearly blew my cover. But I managed to call in the LT and Echo, and the last time I heard they were following him. So, oh, that reminds me. And DM, I will be happy to remove a Chinian for this because I wanted to be able to do this. I pull out of my pocket a small little box. It's a little bluish, a dark bluish leather box with looks like a merchandise type of like a presentary box, and it's got a very unrecognizable. Basically, I don't think you would know the markings on the top of it because it's a manufacturer's logo, and he hands it to you and says, so that you can have something of your own to drink, so that you're not always having to have liquor all the time whenever we toast. And do you open up the box?
Yeah. Yeah.
You open it up, and it is your own little 4-ounce little round flask that he got for you, and he said, "Welcome to the team, darling." He just puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "You are doing well, and I appreciate you."
Thank you. This is it means a lot. It does. I'll put juice in it. And I'll feel like I'm drinking with you guys.
Exactly.
And maybe these are okay. I don't know. Maybe these aren't for me. But maybe I'll get some fake ones and then it'll I'll
That might
feel
work.
a little bit
I-
more.
Let me know what you decide on that regard, because I got some decent connections with some of those things, and I can probably hook you up with something along those lines if you wanna have something to kind of do when you're needing to de-stress. I can get bubble gum. I can get cloves. I might be able to get some of the flavored cigarillos that they used to make back in the 20th, but those are kind of hard to find these days.
Yeah, because it's a little bit more. I mean, origami's fun and everything, but this is a little bit more. I don't know. If it feels a little bit more fun. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I'm not used to that, but I kind of like it.
You do also see that inside of the box, underneath the tray, is actually a tiny, not like tiny, but like it's about a 4-ounce little bottle, flat bottle of at the very bottom with a little note on it that says Evie, welcome to the team, George. And inside of the bottle, you smell it, and it's you've smelled this before because his sister poured it as an aperitif at the dinner you were at. It's the elderflower liqueur. He got a little bottle of elderflower liqueur, enough for one fill of the thing. So he knew that you liked it, and it's low enough in alcohol that it probably wouldn't affect you.
Yeah, it's just juice.
Just
basically
juice.
Just before I forget, Evie, I will give you a humanity point for indulging that little curiosity and going against protocol. Your protocol specifically. Most Blade Runners don't have a problem with hacking into classified systems, but a replicant will. So while you guys are having your moment, Lance and Echo, you finally see the spinner land. And it is going straight into... right next to the University of Los Angeles. Not inside it, just along the street from that university.
I look at Echo. It's like, well, it's now or never.
Are there other cars parked next to it?
One or two, yes. There's like a few along the street parking.
I'm kind of a new Blade Runner, so I'm kind of like dressed in more of the clothes out of the academy than I am in the rugged 20-year veteran outfit. So I'm actually going to pull up and
just to paint your scene here, he is parking while you're following. So he is out of his car by the time you have the choice whether you want to park with or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna park and try to give a ticket to a parking ticket to a car.
Any car, not just not his.
No, just next to it, next to his car, like maybe 2 cars down. I'm gonna watch him, see if he's meeting with someone, or if someone's coming down to meet him, door dashing. What is he up to?
So
good idea.
Is Lance getting out of the car as well?
I'll be getting out of the car just to like as stealthily as I can without like turning on the overhead light and just like slipping out. And I'm going to move to a position that would benefit me having to move in if this guy starts to run.
Okay.
Yeah, I got like my notepad out, my ticket book. I'm going to write like a ticket.
He hasn't noticed you yet. Either of you. You are writing a ticket to a car that likely doesn't deserve it.
Exactly.
But he's going down. He's in normal outfit. He just took off his lab coat. He's moving over to a back alley away from the streets. That's where he turns. You follow?
I relay this info. Yeah, I relay this info over to Echo. And then I do begin to follow him, just sticking to the shadows, making myself as small as possible, covering up my face with my jacket, that kind of thing.
If you are gonna follow, roll stealth.
The shadow knows.
This is what I get for not practicing my shadow.
There are 4 plus 2 still there. Is Echo following or no?
I'm gonna stay with the car, but
Okay.
wait to hear what I should do.
So Lance, you sneak
Okay.
behind. He has no reason to observe, so I won't make him roll against you. You are just following suit. From that back alley, he uses a key card and opens one of the service doors to a building inside the university. You have an opportunity if you'd like to put your foot right before the door closes and enter as well. It's going to be a bit of a harder stealth roll, but you have an opportunity to do so if you'd like.
Man, this is gonna be tough because if I know he used the key card to open up that door, I can't get Echo in here. So what I'm gonna do is
Can you put like a bit?
Well,
Can you block it and I can join you?
most
Yeah,
doors like
probably.
this can be opened from the inside.
okay. So then, yeah, definitely, I'm gonna attempt to put my foot in, watching our suspect here go
Okay.
into the door.
So you'll need to make another stealth roll.
Oh man, here we go. Can I get? I'm gonna spend one of those advantages there.
Sure.
Is that good with you guys?
There's 4 of them, and now there's 3 of them. And you have 2
I got a
successes.
critical
Okay.
success.
Oh, sorry. There's a... When it comes to the system, there is a difference between getting 2 successes and a crit, which is basically anything that's a 10 and above.
Oh,
Crits just tend to
interesting.
count
Okay.
for 2 successes, so you cannot crit when your dice is below a d10.
Makes sense.
But you do still have 2 successes, which is still, a big deal. So, you sneak in past him like a phantom, put your boot to the door, and hide ever so slightly. You can't keep your boot there forever, so you can slip in like a little metal card in between just so it doesn't close fully. And you can tell Echo to follow. Echo will no longer have to make a stealth roll, there's no one observing you. But Lance, once Echo enters, you guys are inside. You'll see him entering... It looks like a chem lab of sorts. But
Okay.
for Echo to enter, you will have to do the stealth roll now, because he's not leaving the chem lab. So to enter through, you have to open the door very quietly, but he doesn't look behind him.
Well, I'm going to use another. I'm going to use another advantage because I'm really bad at stealth.
Just before you roll, you also have the option of just staying outside by the door, so you're ready to respond without actually entering the door, if you prefer that route.
Can I shove like some paper in the door to make sure it doesn't stay?
Oh,
so it
Lance
stays
has one
ajar?
already. Lance has
Yeah,
like
I
a
have a
little
little
metal
card
card. So it's still open. You
Okay,
don't
cool.
have
So
to
I'm just
enter.
I'm gonna wait right at the door and say, "Tell me if you need me. I'm here."
Okay,
All right.
and then observing our target here.
He
He's
is...
in the chem lab.
Yeah, so are you. But you're hidden
And
behind
then-
the table. It is dark.
In the chem lab in here.
Hmm?
Dark. Perfect. What is he actively doing currently?
Waiting. He's sitting
Like,
on...
just
He's
waiting?
leaning against a table, waiting.
And can he see the door that has opened?
No, his back is to the door.
Okay, so he's sitting on the table waiting. Okay. And besides the door that we just came in, are there any other doors around?
Yes, you went through like a back entrance. He is waiting at the main entrance that looks like it's connected to the rest of the university.
Okay, excellent. So then, if just given based on his posture and position, he's probably expecting somebody. So
Yep.
I'm going to slink down, make myself as small as possible, and listen in. Message over to Echo. Gonna listen to this conversation. Door's ready to open when you're ready. If you hear any gunfire, make sure it's not me. I'm making myself a small target as possible. And then this is probably as fast as I can and shorthanding it as much as I
Yeah.
can.
Yep. So you guys are in wait. Echo has orders, but Echo doesn't see what's inside, so you'll have to wait for either a message or a signal to go in. For Lance, while inside, he's waiting for only about 2 minutes. You're not sitting around for that long. Then you see a woman come in. The woman has hair kind of split on her left side, and there's 2 braided ends to it at the front. And then the rest of her hair is tied in a neat ponytail in the back. A short one. Her hair doesn't extend beyond her neck. She is in a black tank top with just a regular leather jacket and jeans. She is carrying a katana on her hip. Oh, sorry, it's slung on her back, not ready to draw. It's just something she's traveling with.
Okay.
She goes forward. What's going on? Blade Runners.
As they're talking, can I begin to record on my phone? Just not video, but just audio.
Sure. So she's there. Blade Runners. In my mom's office. This is getting dangerous. Just calm down. Stop worrying. Easy for you to say. I'm not the one working on fragmented memories here. Like, we're all working on fragmented memories. Yeah, but I'm the one pretending to be someone's son. Just do your job. What are we even doing? We're messing with the Nexus 9s. This isn't right. No. It's not. But Wallace struck first. So we'll strike harder. Fuck. Blade Runners are involved. Something happened. He looks around. The thing was a bust. A setback. Just relax. They won't find anything from that. Calm down. Okay. Play your part. And everything will be fine. Right. If the Blade Runners come knocking, what do I do? Tell them what they want to hear. What if the smuggler talked? I'll take care of it. The Blade Runners don't know who you are or what you are. Can't do anything to you. So just calm down and stop panicking. Shit. You see her slap him across the face. Just a loud sound comes through the room. Calm down. I cannot have you losing focus now. One slip up, and we're done. Calm down and do your job. And we'll make it through. Got it? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. Good. She turns and is about to leave, but he calls out to her in what was probably a good bit of information for you. Says, Elle. Wait. What about... I'll take care of it. Okay. Thank you. Go back and be a good little son and do your job at the lab. Okay? That's all you have to do now. You've done your part. You're done. Okay. Thanks. She walks away, and he's about to go back to the door. Before that, however, since Lance is really the only one who can hear any of this, I need you to roll... We'll call it insight.
Insight, okay.
We'll use that as a stand-in for memory, because you've been on the force a while now.
I'm gonna accept that one success there.
So, with this information, she is moving, acting either like a very cold person or a replicant. The issue here is as a replicant. The name rings familiar to you. It's 2040, so about 8 years ago, there was a replicant named L responsible for killing Neander Wallace Sr., the current president's father. Shout out to anyone who's watched the anime. But this might just be that replicant. She was never caught. There were a few Blade Runners that were involved in that case that never caught her. Those Blade Runners are since retired, not killed, just actually retired. However, you remember that case very well. Back then, you were still a cop. You weren't one of the Blade Runners yet. Back then, you still had hope that being promoted to Blade Runner was a good thing. It would be the leg up you needed in life. But regardless, this is a wanted criminal. And an assassin, at that, who is responsible for killing a man more powerful than the president. At the time, anyway. 8 years later, and you finally find her. So, my question is, would you like to let her go? Given that it's not your case and this seems a little dangerous. Or, would you like to... you know, be the hero?
I think, given the situation here, that Tyrell is Mr. Tyler is supposed to be acting like someone he's not. That means that there's potentially 2 replicants here. So that is a challenge that I'm not going to accept at the moment. And even though I know I have a younger man with me, getting shot in this very, very particular part of LA is not the way I want to go out in life. So I'm just going to keep quiet as much as I can here. Message Echo and say potential change of plans. Gonna watch Tyler. We're gonna get Tyler and then maybe bag another replicant in the same position here. You know, 2 birds, 1 stone, that type of thing.
So you let her go.
I thought his name was Lucas.
Lucas Terrell.
Lucas, thank you.
So
What did I say, Tyler?
I'm gonna message back to Lance.
Tyler.
I'll message back to Lance. I go, we're on a university. They got security. There's probably some other cops here. Do you want to call some muscle in? Do we need backup? We can solve all this maybe. Or do you think you want to keep pulling on the string?
backup's gonna take a while. You're gonna be on your own till they arrive.
I'm gonna say we're gonna keep tugging on the string until we figure out what's going on, and maybe the message says maybe we can take down 2 corporations, and then maybe LA can be a peaceful place again. And laughing, crying emoji.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, right.
While these messages being exchanged, Lucas Terrell is leaving not through the exit he came through. But when she leaves, about 2 minutes later, he follows through the same door.
And at this time here, I want to open up the door for Echo. I messages again one more time, just to make sure Echo doesn't expect something he's not expecting. Say, hey, I'm coming out. Open the door, and then tell hey Echo, thanks for waiting out here, man. We got a door up here. Lucas went out through it.
Okay. So, logistically, this will end your third shift. But before that ends, I will give Lance and Echo the benefit that if you stay in your car, you will see Lucas Tyrell eventually enter that car alone, and it drives off in the direction of Lilith Labs, where he came from. But this is the end of your last shift. So where would the four of you like to gather? Because remember, if you don't downtime, you will gain stress.
We had plans to have teriyaki and noodles tonight at the Tiny Dragon.
Are those still the plans?
I
Lance?
think they are. I will message everybody on the KIA and be like, hey, I will send a group message on the This World's version of GroupMe and say, dinner meet up for a business dinner tonight at the Tiny Dragon? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
You get a like a starving, hungry emoji person coming back to you.
Oh.
Okay. So you guys are spending your fourth shift with downtime, as is proper.
Yes.
Lance technically doesn't have to, but if you want to get that rhythm back, you're gonna have to.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise I'd be a weird night eagle, and then I can't be with these guys.
Okay, so before we get into what you do with your downtime, this is personal to each of you.
Mhm.
What do you want to spend the downtime doing? You can heal stress. That's up to you.
I'd be doing the stress.
Okay, no stress point. Just one.
I haven't gained any kind of stress or taken any damage, so
That's fine. There's also just the option of avoiding getting stress.
yeah, I will do that. Yeah.
Evie? Either injury or stress.
So I'm gonna heal an injury because I've been sitting at 1 less health, and then I'm also going to interact with my personal items so that I can regain stress.
Oh, we're gonna have to get to that later. Because that's in private. Interacting with your signature item always has a thing or two.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, and Lance, Echo, do you need to do anything? Do you have any stress to
No, but
recover?
I can de-stress.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm full on health, missing one on stress, so I'm gonna de-stress. I'm gonna go get a massage. Just my shoulders, my legs, my back.
Go for it. Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about while you're having dinner together?
I look at Echo, and I look at Stone.
Oh,
I'd say,
sorry. Before that, Lance and Echo, I forgot. You just found out that a wanted replicant who's been wanted for 8 years is still active and not dead, and that Lucas Tyrell is somehow involved, or is not even Lucas Tyrell. Would you like to report that now and make this a whole thing, or would you like to hold off on that report?
I want to talk with everybody back here. Yeah, because, I mean, we got to decide how we're going to best benefit from bringing them back in this.
Full disclosure, holding back a report is not against protocol if it serves the purpose of what you're doing. Since you don't have all information, it's perfectly fine for you to hold back on it. It's just a matter of, do you want those promotion points now? Like, do you want the full force of the LAPD busting down Lilith Labs right now and arresting Lucas Tyrell? Or do you want to hold off on that and see where it goes? That is up to you. You guys can decide. But go ahead. What do you do in the Tiny Dragon?
So, before we get to the Tiny Dragon, while we're in the spinner, George will look to Evie and say, I'm assuming, Evie, that what we talked about is still confidential between us, correct?
Yes,
Meaning you don't want to tell the rest of the team.
The lieutenant knows as much as what I told you and Echo. I think for their safety now, probably should hold off on telling them that I'm investigating this. I just know that it
I will
pertains
fo- I
to
will-
you
I will-
personally because of the memories and your house and everything.
I will follow your lead on this regard. Then whatever you do, I will back. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he kind of reaches into his pocket and is like, oh, by the way, he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a little 16-ounce bottle of synth Hawaiian fruit punch, and he says, try this. It might go well in your thing. And it's sorry, I couldn't find the red or the blue. It's only the green, but it's something at least.
Yeah, that's fine. I just like how much room do you have in your pockets? It's incredible how much you have stored on you. It defies logic.
Trench coats.
Exactly. Have you ever worn an actual trench coat? They have huge fucking pockets.
That's true. That's so true. I'm just like imagining like Mary Poppins like pockets in the trench, just like pulling out the most ridiculously big items from your trench.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a 16-ounce bottle. It's not that big.
I just feel like you always have so much on you.
I mean, I kind of do, but I mean, you never know what you're gonna need it. And he says, "Oh, by the way, when we meet up, Echo and the LT should have a little gift that we're all gonna be keeping. I want us all to, with the LT's permission, I want us all to wear going forward. If we're going into a thing, it's body armor. Because we're heading into some stuff I think that's gonna be a little bit intense, and I think that might help.
Yeah, I think that would definitely help out.
Yeah.
As much as it may not affect me, I do not enjoy being shot.
I can imagine.
Yes, it's taken me a really long time to heal. The last time I was shot. So yeah, I really appreciate the body armor. That is very needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
so, what do you guys talk about when you all gather eventually?
Yes. George is gonna just keep silent and be the one who orders the food because he's basically ordering barbecue synth barbecue pork, synth noodles in synth butter with soy sauce or with teriyaki sauce, basically a full spread of like Korean barbecue or whatever the case may be,
Sure.
with things of like shitty, cheap but shitty synth beer that's basically done in a thing, and a tall glass of synth mango juice for Evie.
Sure. So, what do you guys talk about?
I also order myself a little bottle of soju with the mango juice, and I just make my own drink and immediately just raise a toast to the team and say, hey, we're still alive. We're still alive. And I take a shot and
cheers.
We got some big info now.
Do tell.
Some big info.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
LA's most wanted, apparently.
Echo. What was that, Echo?
LA's most wanted, apparently. Lieutenants to be believed.
Yeah.
He's even got the evidence.
Set my glass back down and say, how many of you remember L?
None of you do. That's 8 years ago.
I might, because my character's like in his he was on the force at that time. I think he would have. He's not been a Blade Runner at the time, but he would have been like right out of the academy.
Then sure, you might remember actually, no. You guys would, except for Evie, you guys would remember her because whether you're a cop or not, it was on the news that Neanderthals got assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big old news.
He says, George will look and say, you're fucking kidding me. You found her?
I'll say, sure as shit found her, me and Echo. Remember that old Lucas boy that we thought we were looking for?
Yeah.
Well, what happens when you have bait and you throw it in a pond?
Do the fish come?
and now we're gonna catch ourselves a bigger fish.
Okay. He kind of
And-
looks very confused. He's like, "What are you saying? Is there something about Lucas that I'm not aware of?"
Yeah, I just take another swig of the soju bottle and enjoy some of the synth Korean barbecue. I am making myself hungry. I'm kind of like a little bit salivating actually, but I look at you and say, well, turns out L, and like I begin to like play the recording and say L was here and may have hired Lucas to do some very 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 illegal shit.
Okay.
And hopefully that recording, plays in all the captured audio. You might hear like a couple swishes from like the trench coat moving around.
George will listen to the recording and be like, "It sounds like from this recording like that's not actually Lucas. Am I picking up on that
Bingo.
right?"
Oh, bingo. Two birds and one stone. What do you guys think?
I think that we have another situation of a double and a replicant taking the place of a real person.
That is correct.
Wait, hold on. If that's Lucas, does she know that Lucas is a replicant, or does she think Lucas is a real person and that Lucas is in his apartment dead on the floor? Like, what's his name?
I think it's the latter.
As do I. Yeah, that's gonna be a shitty piece of information we're gonna have to spill to her eventually. That is assuming that she doesn't already know and she's not in on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna flag the waitress and be like, coffee.
I mean, she seemed really nice.
They bring you a Thai coffee, the closest equivalent to a Thai
That's
coffee,
fine. It's
complete
sweet.
with the honey or the sweet condensed milk and everything.
Would it be I don't know, that'd be really expensive if it was real sweet and condensed milk.
I mean,
At this
no,
time of
not
year,
real,
It's all
not
synth.
not real sweet and condensed milk, but synth sweet and condensed milk.
Everything in here is
Real
synth.
synth cows.
It's soy based.
Yeah, it's
Ew.
soy based basically. Yeah, it's sweet and condensed soy synth milk.
Replicant cows making synth milk.
There
So-
we go. Whole new discourse.
Quick question. You guys want to table this for tomorrow and see what you do next?
Yeah.
Just have a dinner and
Yeah.
relax?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was like the big reveal of news that I got. Just like coming home and sharing info with family, that kind of thing.
Yeah, whatever they got planned, it doesn't seem like they're going to trigger it tonight, and it doesn't feel like they're going anywhere, and they don't even know we're on their trail other than showing up at the office. So,
Yeah.
when we strike, we
before-
gotta do it.
Before we finish up dinner, George will kind of look and say, "Now, while we're all gathered here, I would like to officially I would like to officially recognize our new rookie, Echo. Echo, I know you don't drink regularly, so I didn't get you a flask. However, you are our resident driver." So, and he pulls out a tiny little box, which, if you open it, has a little I guess you could call it a badge. It's basically the badge of the old one of the old it's like an antique, a very well polished up antique Flyers badge from right around World War Terminus that George somehow managed to get a hold of. And he's like, "May you forever fly and never die." And he hands it to you and he says, "Welcome to the team."
I'm gonna look at it and go, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pin it kind of awkwardly to the shirt, but I'll fix it later.
So, head out, go back home, but one of you is dealing with a signature item, yes? Regain that
Yes.
point of stress.
Yes.
Now, as I've mentioned, the book is something you personally enjoy. This wasn't necessarily a memory implanted into you. It's a memory you have remembering what the book is, but upon reading it, this is something that you've come to actually enjoy as a choice. While you're reading into it, it does calm down a lot of the questions that you've been having. A lot of the strange memories and questions about your own origins. So it is still something that grounds you. At this point, there's a knock on your door.
I'll slowly get up just because I never have visitors. This is odd. And I'm gonna look through, like, as stealthily as I can, look through the peephole and see who's on the other side.
It's because you're in LAPD housing, so it's the concierge.
Yes. Okay.
Or the guy, sorry, not concierge, the receptionist.
Okay. I'll open the door. Hello.
He looks at his data pad. Officer EV 1-9.3.
Yes.
This was left for you at the receptionist desk. We didn't give your information as per protocol, so the person just left it to be handed to you. It's been checked. No dangerous equipment or bomb threats. Safe package.
Okay. Well, that is good to know because I was definitely going to check for that, but you beat me to it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, sorry, one other thing. The person who left it identified herself as Emma?
Oh, right. Shoot. Yes. Yeah, I know who that is.
She's already left, but he just hands you the package. It's a bag. Or it's a like an echo bag kind of thing. It's sealed.
Uh-huh.
Hands it to you.
Yeah. Perfect.
He just gives you the data pad to sign that you've received it. And
Yeah, she'll sign it.
when you open the bag, it is the wet clothes that you may have left when you got changed out of,
Mhm.
freshly washed and dried. And there's a note inside. That, you left these at my house, but I took the liberty of cleaning them for you.
Is there like enough time in the evening that I could take my spinner to her place to return her clothes?
Yeah, sure. As long as you're not doing anything
Okay.
strenuous.
Yeah, no.
Also, the reason I mentioned this with your signature item is because the note that she left you,
Mhm.
it's one of those stencil kind of notes that has a watermark of quotes in the back. It has a quote from the book that you're reading.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going over there now.
Alright. You fly over to her place. It's at the base of where George would normally be. That's a kilometer tall hill, or I don't know what that is in miles, sorry, but it's up the hill. You're downhill to her place, and you park it there.
I think it's like 1.39 or something like that. 1.39 miles.
Ish. So it's about George's house is about that many miles away, but you're at the base of that hill where it looks the same, but all of the grass and everything is fake. And you enter inside, or sorry, you knock, but you can actually see through the window. She has a large glass window that's got curtains that aren't closed yet. That she's just watching TV. You doorbell, or you ring the bell.
Yeah. Knock on the door.
She will open it. Yes. Oh.
Hi. I got your package, and then that reminded me that I needed to return your clothes.
Oh, you didn't have to go all this way. But thank you.
I don't mind. I have a spinner,
Thanks.
so it's fine. I mean, you dropped your stuff off to me, so only fair.
Sure. He takes it. Thank you. You want to come inside?
Yes, I do. Your note. It had. Did you pick out that paper? It has a quote from like this book that I have a memory of, and I just thought it was weird.
Oh. Here. She lets you in, close the door. She takes out the sticky notes. Basically, it's a pack of them that are all the same. I just bought it off a shop.
Oh,
I just
I
like
feel really dumb now.
No, it's alright. I just really like the quote. I didn't really know where it was from. He just shows you the pack.
If you wanted to read the book, it's really quite interesting. It's called The Illustrated Man. It's by Ray Bradbury. It's it's sort of about how technology and man sort of collide with each other and the dangers of it, which
that's timely.
Replicant is yeah.
Oh, hold on. She looks to the bookcase in the living room, and then she opens it, and it looks like she's reading these titles for the first time. Oh, it's right here. And there's a bunch of books from the same era just laid over there. Oh, I can't believe I've never read it. I'm sorry, but I never really got to design the house. It was just given to me.
Oh. I know this.
Read it though, thank you.
You should. I know this is kind of awkward, I guess. But I noticed that I think that you may also be like me.
A replicant?
Yeah.
She nods.
Is it okay if I ask how old you are?
You mean me, or how long it was till they made me?
Yeah, how long ago were you awoken?
I understand. About 7 months now, give or take.
Oh, okay.
I don't really keep track of it. I chose my birthday. I don't keep track of my creation date. Well.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I know when I was created, roughly. I stopped remembering the date. I decided that if I was gonna live like people, I get to have a real birthday.
But you said that you were given this house? I mean, that must mean that you must do something important.
Oh, well, not entirely. I work at the courthouse. I'm a clerk.
Okay.
Although this house comes from the person who had me commissioned. Oh,
so you're personally commissioned?
Yes. The job I have now was held by another man. He had a daughter that passed away, and he requested for a replicant to be made in her image if she were to have grown older, and that would be me. Unfortunately, the man hadn't already passed away in the hospital. He had me commissioned and then left everything that he had to me, including this house. He wasn't already elderly. It was, I believe, all he wanted was to see what his daughter would have looked like.
Well, that would explain the name. I wasn't really given one. I kind of just...
Oh, no.
It's part of my...
I do have a serial number as well, but all my identifications, she shows you like a driver's license. Just saying, Emma Rayfield. but there is a. She points at the bottom, the official serial number. Can't escape what we are, right?
No, no, we cannot. Well, I'm sorry that you were made under such sad circumstances, but I hope that you're
No, it was
happy.
better than most. He was a sweet man. He really treated me like his daughter. And it gave me a sense of belonging in this world. I do hope you find the same.
Well, my job actually provides a good bit of that. I feel pretty fulfilled in that way.
Are you sure that's not your memories talking? Sorry, it's a thing I had to struggle with for the first few months.
No, my memories are not so much a part of that, but not to make you uncomfortable or anything. I'm a Blade Runner.
She looks outside the window. I had a guess.
Oh. Right. So I feel a good sense of purpose of doing something good in this world, trying to protect people from dangers.
Well, I'm glad. Usually that sense of purpose is what grounds us. Here. She hands you a cup. It's like, it's tea.
Oh, thank you.
You just drink some. And then she'll let you off unless there's something you'd like to ask.
No, nothing else.
Okay. Then she'll let you off. And you can get a proper night's rest. In the morning, when your first shift starts, how would you guys like to spend this? What would you like to do this day? With all the information you have that you have not reported.
I think we should make an official report, just that way we have it on record that we have started an investigation. That way we're caught and found out there. We're not going to be murdered, because this seems to be really, really deep. And if there's record of it, if we're all murdered, then somebody can find it down the road and then figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
George
you
is
are
gonna
reporting.
spend. George is gonna at least take part of his first shift and make a call into Walton Simons, and give him on a secure channel the badge number, and say, hey, I need you to do a search on this and give me any information you can find on this badge number.
This won't take long, because he will immediately respond to you on call. Like, yeah, can't do that. That's not Wallace.
Oh? Who is it?
That's a Lilith Labs badge. We don't have access to their stuff. You're gonna have to go there and ask them for it. They have a separate database.
Okay.
He
All
just
right.
looked. Yeah, no, this is specific to Lilith Labs. It's using the old Tyrell format.
Okay. I gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it, Doc. I appreciate it. I'll just hang up and I'll then go to Evie and I'll say hey Evie, come on outside and have a smoke with me. I got some cool stuff to tell you. He'll
Sure.
wink at you from under his sunglasses. he'll bring you outside and turn on the thing and be like, all right, so you said that this badge number was Wallace?
Well, I
You-
assumed that it was Wallace. Is it not?
It's Lilith Labs, and it's specifically using the old Tyrell format, according to my connection. They didn't even need to look at, like, I'm sorry, I didn't look at it properly. I was so busy and everything. I probably could have told you that right off the bat.
No, that's fine. So we can't find anything else without going.
You might
directly to the
exactly.
facts.
Yeah, yes, but I think that you went in there and did your thing. I am happy if it would help you and help the team. I'm happy to go over there. If you want to join me, you can just stay in the car so you don't make another appearance. I'll go in and flash my badge and say, hey, I got this in an investigation, and I'll look it up.
I mean, we could. I do think though that with Elle being out there, we have more pressing things to do. But
Well,
we can table this. I do want to know. I just
all right.
yeah, we have other things that we need to put our time to with
All right.
LA's Most Wanted.
Indeed. Oh, did you try the he did now for you another clove, and he's actually smoking a clove right now, but he's like, did you try did you try the fruit punch that I gave you?
Oh yeah, it's in here.
Do you hold it, yeah. Do you like it?
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I'm
excited to try the different.
You've had.
I've only had the red and the blue.
Okay, the green is like kiwi, melon, and apple.
Ooh, yum.
Kiwi, melon,
That
and
sounds
apple.
great. Yeah.
So-
I'm excited to try the different colors, and I'm interested to see what happens when you combine all of them.
Now you're getting it. He just slapped
Okay.
you on the shoulder and is like,
Should be intriguing.
Right.
yes.
How would you guys like to spend your first shift then? Oh, by the way, regarding the number, there are two ways to go about this. You can, again, go through their system, however you do that, hack it or otherwise. Or
Yeah.
you can use the Esper wall, but then the LAPD will have a record that you're doing it. That's always the problem when you do the LAPD's resources. They'll
We
always
don't
know.
want that. We don't want that.
So-
We don't want that.
That's
Yeah.
that's for later on. Now,
Yeah.
there's also the spending a promotion and a chin yen to get the tech guy to not say anything, but that's for later.
Yeah.
So first shift.
I would like to have said that at our dinner last night, Lance would before we all broke off for the evening, I would have said, look to the LT and been like, hey, can you hand out the body armor now?
Oh yeah, but just remember, wearing this has a disadvantage on mobility and stealth. So it's your choice whether you're wearing it or not right now.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
But you can have it in
It's
your
protection.
with you.
Yeah.
But I'm really good at mobility. I don't wanna.
I mean, because you're really good at it, it won't be as much of a hit.
There are 4+2s roaming around there for bypassing that, but for now, what's
Okay.
the first shift gonna be?
So one of us should probably check out Lucas's apartment, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Residency, just well, I mean, it might be illegal to go to corporations connected child's house and investigate a house under. I mean, just investigating it without some kind of proper search warrant. It might be really illegal.
It's illegal if you
so
break
it's
in,
dangerous.
but you are allowed to knock and ask questions.
Yeah, I'll do a wellness check.
Yeah. And if you knock and nobody answers, exigent circumstances, You could assess that there is a crime being committed in progress.
Or that someone is in need of medical attention.
Yes.
Seems
Or in this case,
plausible.
possibly medical cleanup.
But
Finding out where he lives is pretty
alright.
easy. LAPD records.
Perfect. Then I guess who wants to come with me over to the apartment, take a look, and do a little good old wellness check, and see if Lucas is around. Though we should
Well, I would
probably
join
see-
you, but I think I'm going to use the Esper to look at to find where Elle. If I know that she was at the university, if I can track to see where she check the cameras and everything like that to see where she's going, where she's coming from. I know where she was, and you might be able to use the Esper to further track that.
I can
So-
go with LT.
As a reminder for Echo, you can do that yourself, or, and this is back to my question earlier, if you're gonna report everything that you found, you can have someone else do it for a promotion point. Will you report it? First question. Given this is a pretty
I'm gonna report
big
it later,
deal.
but yeah, let's go ahead and report it. I want those wheels to start turning. We're going to be making some serious action on this, and I can't see us not reporting this another day. So I'm going to go ahead and report it. Have the Espers tell them she was here. I need to know where she's coming, where she's going. We're going to be moving on this in the next 24 hours. We need
Good.
more solidity on our eyes on this lady.
So when you report this, as a team, each of you are getting 2 promotion points worth for this. Echo, you will get
Nice.
1, because you'll have to spend 1 to get the wheels moving. I will not make you roll for this, because this is too serious for them to put in the back burner. This is Neander Wallace Sr.'s killer you're talking about. So they will do it for you in your shift, unless you still prefer to do it yourself. And keep the
GM,
promotion
would this
point.
technically be a new case file?
No, this is an extension of what you're already working on,
Gotcha.
The
because she's
bomb thing.
involved in it.
Well, you know what? I can't think of anything else to do with my time, so I'm going to do it. Or I'm going to do it myself.
Okay, then you can keep your promotion point, but I will need you to roll tech.
Sounds good.
Who's going with Lance?
Luck.
Just Evie?
Yeah, I was gonna go.
And
What about George?
George is actually going to look to, is not going to tell anybody this, but he's just going to tell everybody when they ask what he's doing. He's like, I got to follow up on something, and he's gonna privately head over to Lilith Labs
Okay.
because he's not doing this. You know him well enough now, Evie. You know that he's not doing this to try and cover anything up. He's doing it because he's concerned for you.
Yeah, no. Oh no, totally. I get it. It's just like I knew
Okay.
as soon as you were free to do something, it's like, of course he's gonna go over there. Of course.
So
Yes.
we'll get to that, but this may or may not change what Lance and Evie want to do. Because, strangely, you will receive a call from the card, if you recall, you left behind, from Anders of all people. Lance.
oh well,
The gun
yeah,
guy.
perfectly. Yeah, just immediately taking the phone call and just picking it straight up. Like, man, this guy, I like this guy. He gives me good info. This has got to be a good phone call.
Yep.
There's a panicked voice behind that call. Blade Runner.
Come on.
Oh, Blade Runner. Right, you tell Anders now. You LAPD Anders, we friends. Yeah, we help each other. So you tell Anders if Anders' life is in danger. Yeah? You would inform Anders, yes? Is Anders' life in
Anders?
danger? Am I going to be
Not at the
next?
moment. No, you shouldn't be. I look at Echo and I give Echo a big
Oh,
smile.
you're with Evie, not Echo. Echo's in the tech.
Oh, with Evie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I look
Anders
at Evie and
is not in danger. Do I have word on that? Am I safe or am I going to be next target?
I'd just say, Anders, I know you're a man of strength, and I know you can get yourself some very interesting gear. Now, chances
Mister-
are that something might happen, but hold on. Do you have a bunker? Because it may be time to hunker down for a little bit.
Oh no. Mr. Blade Runner,
No, listen. No,
I
listen.
just need to know if Anders is next in line to be cut in half. Anders like body being whole, being put together. That's how you sell money. That's how you make money. That's how you sell weapons, with 2 pieces of body still together, not cut in half by sword. Anders just need to know if I go to sleep today in my own home, will I be found in news next day as body being cut in half by sword?
It's a very particular way of going out. Now, why do you believe that you'll be cut in half?
Wait, you don't know?
What's going on?
Mr. Blade Runner, the man that I sent you to yesterday, who gave you very good intelligence on stolen medical equipment, you remember?
I remember.
Some colleagues found him cut in half in his store by sword. Now,
Oh,
Anders worry
shit.
that you find me next cut in half, and then Anders no longer be able to give you valuable intelligence from underground of Los Angeles if Anders is cut in half.
No. Anders, how about this? How about I send some boys down from the some of the boys in blue, have them, do a little escort to and from your workplace, take a look out for you, keep you secure for the next 48 hours. Would that calm you down?
He begins to think, because you're basically offering a police escort for a criminal. He just... Yes? No. Yes? Yes? No. Yes! Yes! Anders will take police bodyguard.
Good man. Almost said boy. This guy's not a boy. He's definitely a man. I went in the report that I messaged, because I began to type out a message to some of the guys. Now Anders is a particular man. He might do some questionable things, but he's a very, very good informant. We kind of need him alive in case we need more information from him. That is the importance of looking over your shoulder when something illegal happens.
So, you will spend a promotion point for this. And
Perfect.
you will have to roll connections because this is a criminal you're having to watch over.
Yes.
Great.
Really quick, are we going to take our break anytime
Yeah.
soon?
Just need to end on this, but you grab the boys. They just then the guy said, "Don't agree with watching over a criminal, but if you say so, we'll send a squad guard to watch over his store and his place."
Like, listen, this Anders guy. I know what he does. You know what he does, but information is free, especially when he gives it out willingly to us. So why would we?
You got it, Lieutenant. We'll send a couple of squad cars.
No, thank you.
So, like I said, there's a divergent lead here, but for now, we will go to our break, and you will have that time to think about whether or not you guys want to change what you do on your first shift. For everyone watching, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so to see what happens to our Blade Runners then. But we'll see you guys in a bit. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back again. Where we left our Blade Runners last time, they were informed by local smuggler and weapons dealer Anders that the guy who gave them the tip on the stolen memory labs equipment has just been cut in half by a sword. And now a new clue has presented itself to you, which means first, Lance and Evie, do you tell the rest of the squad? And second, will it change what you're going to do for your first shift?
I immediately relay Echo in. I give him a phone call and relay this information over to Echo, because Echo's been with me with Anders. You know, Echo has a little bit of a personal stake with Anders, so I feel like Echo deserves to know first, and then I call everybody, and then just make sure that George also gets filled in.
Echo's still in the tech lab during this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can follow this girl, but but at the same time, is there any way I can also investigate this murder that I know happened?
It might be related. You may or may not be able to prove she did it by following this trail, so you could help by staying there.
A world-class assassin is seen last night, and then someone's cut in half. I don't know.
She was seen with a sword.
Yeah, there we go.
So, you are gonna stay. What about Lance and Evie? Does this change your destination, or do you still go to Lucas's apartment?
Maybe there's something at Lucas's apartment that we can use to bait fake Lucas and maybe Elle, and maybe like lay out a trap for them. That way we're not exposing ourselves too much to unwanted violence towards us. Because I don't know about you, but I like to keep my blood inside me.
I like to. I'm not successful at it.
Well, now you're with LT, so you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're heading to Lucas's, and for George, will this change what you're doing?
After I hear that there's a police detail being dispatched, I will message back to the LT and say, "Hey, I'm following up on something right now. I'll swing by Anda's once I get done."
Oh yes, I definitely would have informed you that Anders that maybe want to check on Anders.
Okay.
Because I don't know what you were doing originally. I don't think, because you didn't tell anybody. So I'd be like,
No,
hey, whatever you're doing. It's like, whatever you're doing, can you add check on Anders to your list?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I will head over to Lilith Labs.
We'll start with Echo because this is the easiest, and you rolled, I believe, 2 successes. Yeah, 2 successes. When you go through the Esper data, you are seeing... You could basically map a 360 view of Los Angeles with the amount of cameras this thing has access to. But you know where she was. A sword is not the most inconspicuous thing to carry around. You would think that people would report something like that when someone's carrying a full sword across their back, but when you catch her on the camera, you can tell that she's very clearly taking evasive maneuvers in darker alleys and parts of the streets that no one wants to be in. The kind where people carry knives and stab each other without any regard for the law at this point. So she's taking very specific routes, but she is taking a route that you are able to follow. Frustratingly, some of the Esper cameras are not working, but you still have enough just in your head running a simulation of if she was here, the camera cut off, where would she be next, and you find her in the next camera. By the time that you lose her, she has boarded onto a spinner that is not hers. She breaks into it, steals it, flies into low traffic, meaning she's not using the skies, she's below along with other cars, enough that the traffic and intersections mix up the signal, and you eventually lose her following those cameras. You lose the car that she was on. Until you find it again, it's been parked. But she has gone into an alley where there are no more cameras able to follow her. However, because of the new information you received, She was within a block radius of that smuggler's working area, that shop you guys went to. The next time that you see her, she is within the same radius on the opposite end. And she is walking really quickly. And if you zoom in the camera just enough for those 2 successes, there is a trail of blood on her boots that gets washed away with the rain instantaneously. But there is red in that rain. So something did happen that she was involved in. You're able to clock all of that, and with that new information, I will also now provide you, before I forget, your promotion point, if you are going to report it now.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to pulling to finishing this up and deploying the troops and getting this finished. So, I think I'm going to report all of this. I'm going to report it to the team, report it to everybody pretty much, because they already know that she's out and about. They already know we've seen her. Yep.
Okay, so all of you will gain the promotion point because Echo's reporting it officially. So you'll each add 1 more. Now, for George, when you head to Lilith Labs and you park there, Lilith Tyrell welcomes you again and said, "Officer, welcome back. Is there anything else we can help you with?"
Yeah, and I'll pull out my Wallace badge and I'll say, I need to take a look at your HR database.
You will roll your connections.
Okay.
Just for technicalities, Lilith Labs is not necessarily owned by Wallace. They're a contractor to Wallace.
Gotcha.
That's why their badges and HR don't match records.
How many advantages do we have?
4 floating, I believe.
I'm going to use 1 for this.
Go ahead.
Hey, there we go.
That brings us down to 3, but that gives you 2 successes. Okay. She looks at you and says, "Oh, certainly. Please follow me."
Thank you.
She heads you into the terminal, lets you have at it, and says, "If you need anything, please don't hesitate to call." And she just gestures to the intercom.
Thank you. Close the door on your way out, and I will turn on. As soon as she leaves. Is there like a blind shade thing that I can turn on the windows in this area?
There's no windows in this room, so.
Okay, good. As soon as she closes and leaves, I'm gonna go behind her and lock the door, and then I'm going to take out my tracking bug. Not my tracking bug, but my tracking, my anti-listening device. Put that on, and then I'm going to start logging in and start trying to find out what the deal is with this badge number.
Okay. This isn't part of what it's meant for, so you'll have to use your tech.
That's fine. That's fine. Alright. I have 3 left. I'm gonna go ahead and use another 1 for this one.
That makes 2 left.
And I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Push. No! No!
It's a point of stress.
Yes. Yeah,
You can spend another 1 to roll again. Not advantage, just a regular roll.
I gotcha. I'll go ahead and do that.
There's 1 left.
This. Damn it. Can I push that one as well? Can I push that one as well?
Yep, it counts as a separate roll. Oh, that's too stressed.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Oh my god!
So there's 1 left if you'd like to make a 3rd attempt.
Do it. It can't. 3rd time's a charm, right? You deserve it.
How important
my
is
nose
this?
starting to my nose is starting to bleed, and I'm like,
Oh, there's the second one from Silver Phantom. There's another +2.
Okay.
So there's two
Thank
more
you,
left.
Silver. Thank you, Silver. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, just standard roll. Okay, fucking
Oh, man.
finally.
Okay. Third time's a charm.
Four unicorns back to back to back.
Oh,
to
no.
back.
Those
Are
aren't.
you fucking
Those
kidding
aren't 4. Those are 2. It basically turns it red when you push it.
I got 4 unicorns back to back to back to back. Like it did the first one. It did a unicorn. There were no successes, and there was a unicorn.
Oh no, yeah,
The second
it's only one
when I pushed
unicorn.
it-
Look at the roll. There's only one unicorn. It just turns red because you pushed it. It indicates that you were given stress for it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
2
I
unicorns
gotcha.
straight. But
Gotcha. Okay, that's still
So-
4 fails in one roll. That's insane.
Miserable Junk is also provided +2, so there are still 2s floating around.
Okay.
For now, there's 2 advantages floating around, but when you look through the information, the stress comes in the form of how well made their security is, and without Wallace's backing, cracking their more secure files discreetly at that, making sure it's not traced back to you, is more of a challenge than you would like. It's
Yeah.
good that this corporation has security, it's bad for you. However,
Yeah.
once you go through the security, eventually you will find that the badge number belongs to Lucas Tyrell. However, you also find the records of when that badge number was used, which is never. He has not needed to use that badge number specific to memory creation. He's not, ready for it. He has not been using that badge number for memory creation except for that one instance which you can trace back to the information Evie already gave you.
What was the time frame on that thing? You said it was like a month before stuff.
Oh,
Before she was.
It was the day before she was released to the Force, which was a day
Okay.
before this started. So the last of September, the 30th.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
I
July,
gotcha.
31st of July. He has
Gotcha.
not.
Okay.
He has used his badge elsewhere in other parts of the lab, but the memory stuff specifically, he's only used it once, and based on record, he's not supposed to have access to that yet. This badge doesn't have the clearance for that, but someone gave it to him for that day, and then removed it right after. Otherwise, this badge shouldn't have clearance.
I'm going to manually copy down all of this onto a notepad, a paper,
Sure.
pen and paper notepad, and then just rip it off and frickin' put the notepad back in my thing. Put the piece of paper inside of my badge, inside of the little pocket in my badge, and I'm
Sure.
gonna put my badge back in my pocket. I'm gonna clear the cache and clear my browsing history, as it were, and I'm going to then log out and cover up my trail, and then log out and go and unlock the door, or turn off my thing, unlock the door, and then just leave. I'm not even gonna say anything to anyone, and then
Okay.
I'm going to just message Evie as soon as I get out of the place, and just very discreetly say, we need to have a smoke next time you have a chance.
Okay. Tabling that for a bit. Lance and Evie,
Yep.
you are still going to the apartment, yes? Not the
Yes.
dead body? Or has that changed?
I think
No.
we were going to Lucas's, right?
The Lucas is
Yeah.
first, and then dead body will be after. I mean, well,
Okay. Well, the dead body's been secured.
As soon as I get out of there and after I message her, I'm going to be heading over to Enders.
yep, you're
Okay.
heading to Anders.
Second shift.
Is
So,
it Ander? Is it
going to-
Ander? Is it
Anders.
Anders or Enders?
Anders,
Anders.
8.
Okay.
Are you going to Anders or to the dead body that Anders told us about?
I'm going to Anders because the
Okay.
LT asked me to.
Okay.
That's for second
um,
shift,
So
but for your first shift, the two of you, Lucas.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
His apartment.
I think,
Oh, yeah?
Man, I think. I'm so sorry. I think that
Yeah.
one of us should definitely go to the body.
Body.
To the dev- no, that's fine. We
yeah.
could do that instead.
You can split up. Go back to the LPD, get 2
could.
spinners.
I guess I'll go to Lucas.
Yeah. I think the
'Cause it
chances of
worked
you
out
getting shot at Lucas,
so
yeah.
well the first time I went to an apartment by myself.
Okay.
I think you've learned your lesson, right? You learned how not to get shot again.
Sure.
Okay, so for no particular, and I mean this, for no particular reason, will either of you be wearing your body armor?
I'm gonna elect to not have my body armor on because it'll
Okay.
really mess with any kind of stealth or mobility that I have. I'm not
Okay.
most stealthy, believe it or not.
Evie?
Same. I'm not gonna wear it because if there's a chase, I gotta be mobile.
Okay. You fly. Neither of you have body armor on. So Lance is going back close to Chinatown, where the body was found. Evie's staying in the financial district where Lucas's corporate apartment is. You go to the receptionist. Well, you don't have to. You know where he lives. But when the receptionist asks, you can either sweet talk your way or you can just show your badge and get it over with. You want to put yourself out there as a Blade Runner right now. That's for Evie. Basically, do you want to sweet talk the receptionist or do you want to just, I am a Blade Runner, I need to get up there, and they'll just let you in?
No, I think I'm gonna try and sweet talk them because
By the way, by sweet talk, I
even-
mean you're gonna have to come up with a different excuse as to why a woman such as yourself
Yeah.
is coming up there.
Let me see.
You can always pose as a, lady of the night.
Yeah. I think I'm even gonna change. I'm not gonna wear I'm gonna
Not the
I'm gonna
Detective
dress
Black.
down. Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear a little bit more casual, and because I am technically a doxy, just
This
not
is what
that
you're
kind
trained
of a
to do.
doxy. Yeah, so
no,
yeah, I'll,
Infiltration.
no.
Infiltration is what you're
No,
trained
Dom,
to do.
no Dommy Mommy for you.
So,
no.
We'll do manipulation. Let's say that you just wear nothing too out there, but it's the things that you see random girls wear on the streets, especially for those in those
Yeah.
profession. Dress down a
Because
bit.
we're in the financial district, gotta
Has
be
to be classy a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, you have to look like you're not, just a chin yen.
Exactly.
You're not trying too hard.
I'm at
You're not,
least
like,
we're
looking
two
like you're-
chinyin.
And
tell
you're on the level of an escort, a professional.
Yes.
So
yeah.
roll your
I'm a
manipulation.
companion. Yeah.
Well, you're there to make the joy have a body, like
Yeah.
2049. The receptionist coughs and just hands you a badge, yep, not questioning that. Not my job.
Yeah.
Hands you a badge for the elevator. You go upstairs. This is a 40-story apartment complex, condominium complex. You're going to the 30th floor. You're looking at room 3021. You are in front of it. There is an intercom outside. You can knock. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll knock.
No answer. I would, however, ask you to roll your observation.
Oh, great. Well, I did improve my observation, so let's see.
Not enough,
Okay, I'll
apparently. Push. Great. No stress for you. Physical tests are always simple things for replicants. You knock, and just as you're about to knock again, maybe even use the intercom, you hear something in the room that's a bit muffled. Someone's in there. but it's super muffled and very low frequency. Like someone's in there.
I'll go. Hello?
Exigent circumstances.
Intercom
Hello?
or just through the door?
Just through the door.
Nothing, but you still hear a muffled sound.
Okay, I'll try and do I need to purchase a lockpick in order to try and pick a door in the system?
I don't believe a lockpick is an item, so I will assume that you have the capability to do so if you would like
Okay.
to try. There's a third
Yeah,
plus
I
2
would
now,
like to-
thanks to Birdzilla.
I would like to try and stealthily get into instead of trying to break down the door.
You know, technically, that falls under tech. Because it's an electronic lock.
Oh, come on. Okay, well, I'm going to use a +2 because
Get an advantage.
tech is bad. My tech is bad.
You can push that.
Okay, I'm going to push it. I'm going to push it. I'm going to get
There are
stressed.
3 plus 2s. No, there are 2 plus 2s left. You can push again as a replicant. There are 2 plus 2s left. Oh, it's not working out.
No.
No. You get a point of stress. Oh, you should have 3,
Yeah.
right? So you're down to 1 by 1.
Oh, I'm
It's
down
not
to
working
1
out.
stress? Or
No,
1
no. You should
resolve?
have had 3, and then you get 1 stress, so you should have 2 now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, well, if it's not
Break that
working out, I'm
shit
going to break the
down.
door
Yeah.
down.
the electronic lock. There you go. Now you may use force.
Okay.
Or yeah, it is force. Oh no. Push. There you go. You're good.
Live your best John Watson life.
Oh, the last. Oh, sorry. So there's 2 plus 2s and 1 specific to George. That's my bad. Thank you. Birdzilla gives a +2 specific to George. The electronic lock is a bit problematic to hack, and this is not your expertise. So you just bust that door down with your foot.
Yep.
When you do so, now you hear clearly what's a muffled sound. It is the sound of a person muffled, coming from what seems to be the closet.
Okay, yeah, I'll run to the closet. Or I'm gonna survey the apartment just to be sure that there's no one like in here that tries to come into the entryway, hearing the door being broken down.
There's a bunch of people looking since the door just got kicked down.
Oh yeah,
Badge.
but I mean in the apartment.
Oh, no, but I will ask you to roll observation anyway since you're paying attention.
Gotcha.
He's learning.
That's another
I'm not
stress if
gonna
you push it. Okay.
I'm not gonna push it.
You sure about that?
Make
Well,
origami
isn't it
while
automatically? Isn't
Well,
it
there's 2 plus
automatically
2s to
gonna give me
cancel a
stress?
stress.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Again, you have to push. Oh no.
I'm not
Okay,
broken.
No.
But I
Yeah,
don't.
you will gain 1
Yeah.
point. So you don't notice. There's 1
Yeah.
plus 2 left. It's getting rough out there for everyone. Okay. So you make your way, you don't notice anyone here, and the apartment's empty. You make your way to the sound, which looks like a sliding closet door.
Yeah.
However, when you make 1 step, you hear a click. And you look down on the tile. It's loosened, and that click is the distinct sound of a landmine. You are stepping on a pressure plate right now.
Should have went with you.
I don't move
Good,
once I hear that.
good.
Shit.
Do you take out your? Do you call
There
us on your-
is
do you
a
send,
second
like,
plus 2
911
right
text
now.
On your can? Do you
There's a
send
second plus
do you
2
send
right now.
911 on your KIA?
Hang on. Nigel saying something. There's a lot happening right now.
Sorry, there's a second plus 2 right now from Bookish Wyvern, but right now you are on the plate. You are stepping on it. You are in what I would, if you're gonna dress like an escort of this district, you're not in the most comfortable outfit to run around in. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna call my team.
And for one reason or another, the next roll gets a negative thanks to Echo.
Fuck you, Echo.
There are 2 plus 2s, but Echo has just bought you guys a negative. Whoever's gonna roll next.
He's
So,
dying tonight before we can even know anything about
You are in a
his
landmine. Before we get to the call, let us go quickly to Lance. You are going to the dead body. You've arrived out on where the smuggler is killed. You remember this shop. You remember where you were. It's been closed off by the police. So far, it's a police case, but given that Echo has reported it and you have reported it, it is now a Blade Runner case. So the police will look for your badge and let you in. The cop on site looks and says, forensics haven't had the time to check it yet, but I mean, he takes out the tarp from the body. He's been cut in half vertically. Clean.
Wow. Can I do a like a medicine roll to see?
Yes, you can.
What
Preliminary.
What cut him?
Yes, please.
Let's see what
Take a
kind of
-2. Please.
You are taking a disadvantage because of Echo.
disadvantage.
Yep.
Perfect.
Thank goodness.
Okay,
Didn't
you
even
have...
push it.
You still have a success, that's good. So, what do you know about this? It's clean. It is a straight cut through the bone, through the body, but there is evidence of singeing around the skin, which indicates a heated blade. Not overly heated, not, you know, sci-fi where it's all orange, but it would have, you know, like a hot pan. It would aid in the cutting.
Like monomolecular wire type stuff?
Yes. But
like what we found on the original body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same type of sword. Or same type of blade, except this one is much sharper because the last one that you found did not cut the spine. It had a slash against it. This thing cut vertically towards the body cleanly. Right through. So that indicates make and skill.
Rank
But
2.
beyond that, you won't be able to do anything unless you get forensics to analyze it. So right now, you're kind of stuck with that. You know it's a blade, you know it's very well made, and whoever did this has skill. You cannot get away with this kind of cut just with a good sword. It requires skill.
And the body that was found, it wasn't found in the office, was it?
It's found, because remember he had a chop shop? It's found in his living quarters above.
Okay. I know his office didn't have any. It was very minimal in terms of furniture. Does his office have any? His living quarters. Does he have any surveillance?
He does.
That's
They've
obvious.
been. There are cameras, not in the bedroom, but leading to it. But the police guy, the officer, looks at you and says, "Yeah, we checked the surveillance. There's none. Someone destroyed all the cameras and took all the tapes with them. Also, this guy's pretty closed off. The cameras are internal system. They're not connected to the Esper. Typical of a criminal like him."
Of course, I'd do the same.
Whoever did this-
Like, chuckle.
Excuse me? He looks at you. Anyway,
Yeah.
he does not let you finish that. He doesn't want to know. Look, there's nothing here. Whoever did this is a pro. Knows exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Well, since there's not too much going on here and blood is pretty minimal, Just take pictures as much as you can, grab as much evidence as you can, forensics, have them analyze what's if there's any hair, fingerprints, that sort of thing. Chances are this person, of course, like you said, is professional, so in the off chance that there may be some sort of evidence left behind, I believe that one of you and your fellow fools, or fellow men in blue here would find it. And while I'm like talking to him, can I do an observation roll to see if there's anything out of place?
Sure. Oh, before you do that, I need you to spend 1 promotion point and then use your connections to get forensics and everything. At least by the time your second shift ends, you'll have all the information.
Cool, awesome. So let me do, I spent the promotion point, here goes connections, and then...
No more disadvantages. 2 plus 2's out there.
I got, remember, I got Insider, so I'm actually not going to roll 4. I'm not going to spend any of those 2 plus 2s. They just, the Insider gives me an advantage on...
oh yeah, other resources, good. Ooh, that is
and there we go.
2 successes, great. Okay. Forensics will absolutely get to work on this and prioritize it right now. So you are...
Observation.
Yes, observation. So now you can scan the room.
Can I use my ocular implant this time? I forgot to... when we were first looking for that spinner, I should have used my ocular implant, but...
Yes, advantage. That's my bad. Go ahead.
No, that's my bad. I forgot
success.
about it as a player.
1 success. That's still good. Okay. You scan the room and the area. You just have a hunch. There's not going to be any fingerprints here. Based on how this is done, it was clean, it was efficient, and he was clearly lured to a part of his room that has a 90-degree turn. And there's a broken vase there. Likely a way to get him off the bed. So essentially, whoever did this made sure that they wouldn't have to step in the room too much, that they'd be as close to the entrance as possible, thereby leaving the least amount of evidence to look for. They didn't ransack the room or anything. This was get in, do the job, get out. Then...
Man.
You and the rest of you receive a group call from Evie who says...
Hey, Evie, what's going on?
So, I am currently at Lucas's apartment. And I heard some muffled sound, so I broke in, and I am currently stepping on what I think is a landmine under the floorboards of his apartment.
Stay still, stay calm. I will at least be there as soon as I can. I'm on my way.
Whoever has tech...
I wasn't planning on moving.
Stay on the call with me. I'll stay on with you as while we're doing it. I'll talk you through it. And I'm going to talk her through trying to keep her calm while she's dealing with this.
Oh, she has. Evie has full body control. You are not going to move a single point of pressure from that plate. However,
yep.
Who is going there? Because you do still have other leads to follow, and a landmine is a tech roll for any reference. With George's connection with Evie, he is there like Johnny on the spot. This is the second shift now. Who's going and who isn't, and who's going elsewhere?
Granted that this is one of my
people.
One of my people,
and you made the call to split up.
Yes, I feel like I need to drop what I'm doing here. I have puzzle pieces in motion. I have a hunch going on, and it's like clear as day to me that this is definitely Elle and her handiwork. So I'm gonna make my way over to Evie's place. Yep, to Evie.
What about Echo? Are you going there as well, or you want to spend the shift knowing the two of them are going there now?
I know we have everyone beelining it there, but I don't know how much I could actually help. I'm trying to think if there's anything I could be doing.
There's Anders.
has
You
already
can
been
head over to
escorted,
you can
right?
head over to Anders.
Anders
You can
has
head
a
over to
police
Anders
escort.
and speak with him. Okay.
It's not personal by one of us, but there's a chance that could always die. But
You could also spend your second shift staying on the Esper wall and seeing if you can track her movements, or maybe Lucas's movements, or track someone else.
Yeah, now that if I understand that there's a bomb in Lucas's apartment, I don't need to know that she's hearing muffled noises. Once I know that there's a bomb in the apartment, I know that this is second verse, same as the first. So I'm going to immediately assume that the Lucas replicant, we already knew about that. And I'm going to do the exact what you just suggested. I'm going to stay on the Esper wall, and I'm going to track who was going into the apartment. When did Lucas walk out?
Okay.
When did Lucas?
So you want to track footage from the apartment itself. And
I'm going to track Flucus.
I like Flucus. Flucus is a good
Go
name.
with another tech roll. We'll do yours first, since that's the easiest one to do.
Go.
There's 2 more +2s floating around there.
It's one of my lowest skills, but here I go. Oh, it's a +2. I don't think I'm going to use it. There's a bomb about to go off, and
Okay.
anyone that would want something bad to happen to Evie is a bad person, so I'm going to roll.
Oh no. Push.
I'm going to
Push
push it because it's an emergency situation.
Tough luck.
Double zeros, right?
Yeah, but there's no stress from that. You just didn't succeed.
Okay, I tried.
Alright. You can
Question
still
is,
spend your promotion point. With knowing that you can't do this, you can spend your promotion point to get someone else to help you. But then you'd still have to roll your connections.
I'd still have to roll connections? Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to be like, I can't find this. We got to get somebody else on this. We've got bombs. We've got Lucas. This is a high-profile VIP person. We
Spend
need
a
to
promotion
get some
point?
information on what's going on there, what they're walking into. And so I'm going to roll. I'm going to get rid of 1 promotion point and roll connections.
You just right-click to remove a promotion point, then you roll your connections.
There we go. I removed it. And now I'm going to roll connections.
That's fine.
Work, damn
There's no
you.
stress from that. You only get stress if you push it. So this will still take your shift because you failed the roll, but basically you get someone else's help, see if you can grab anything. So we'll go through that in a bit. For now, bomb threat. The lieutenant.
Which one of us gets there first?
The lieutenant, because you went to Lilith Labs. You are pretty
That's
far
right.
off.
Okay. Gotcha. I gotcha.
Lance, you go to the apartment. I'm assuming you just RDU the receptionist. No time for bullshit. You go up.
absolutely, yeah.
And you see Evie there's kind of stood there as a statue, making sure none of her weight shifts even a little bit. And you see the slightly lifted tile there. That's very hard to miss. I'm sorry, that is extremely hard to miss. Sorry. It's very missable. I'm losing words.
Very
It's
easy to
very-
miss.
It's very well
very
hidden,
easy.
and it's even hard for you to detect with your ocular implant. A professional made it, basically.
Yes, if there's any folks around, I'd definitely motion them. Hey, this floor. If you have personal business, make sure you're in like a spot away from any windows, and make sure there's like 2 walls before you. I don't tell them what's going on, but I just tell them safety first.
Okay. They go back to their apartments, given you have an RDU badge. Now, what do you do about Evie?
I look at Evie and say, "Well, I didn't fancy leaving you alone and finding yourself on top of a bomb.
Yeah, it
I know the
wasn't
last time you
necessarily in the plan.
I know last time you got left alone, you got in a chase, but I mean, I guess this is a little bit easier. At least you're not
George
running.
is still on the call. George is still on the call with you. He's like, he's trying to talk to you, and you're like, is the LT there?
Yeah. Lieutenant's
Okay.
here.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay.
I'll see you
Okay.
soon.
Now,
Don't
Lance
die. And he'll
and
hang
Evie,
up.
you still hear that muffled sound coming from the closet door.
Can I take a second to observe or
Yes,
listen
you can.
in on the muffled noise before making any further approaches into this room that's
Sure.
poorly booby trapped?
Listen, or you're looking for traps, or you're listening to the noise?
I'm listening for now.
Okay,
Listening
so
since,
there's no advantage on that. Because it's just listening. Oh, great. It sounds like a
What'd you have?
person gagged. Like,
Oh man, I look at Evie and says that what led you in here, huh?
Yep.
Well, we'll get to whatever that is here in a little bit. Let's take a look at what you're standing on. And I just
if,
kind of like
this thing explodes, I don't know if that muffled noise is really gonna matter.
yeah.
there are 2+2s floating around for you, for generally. One specifically George. Is a tech roll to fix this mine. Just keep in mind, a 1 would be very, very bad. So if you see a unicorn, you are going to want to do everything you can to push and make sure that succeeds.
Just for the train of thought, I wouldn't have would George being there, Mr. Stone being there, provide any advantage to the tech roll.
Oh,
that
he
I
hasn't
would-
I'm
arrived
not
yet.
there.
You're
I'm
first.
not there. I was on the phone with her. I was keeping her.
You
I know,
can-
but
while
if I'm
we went.
waiting for you, like if I wait till
Yes,
you get
you
there to
can
see
get
it.
advantage for the help. If you wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
you'll
look at
wait?
Evie and say,
I'll be breaking all of the speed laws using my RDU credentials. Just
So-
getting there as fast as I fucking can.
If you're going
And then
to
I-
wait even longer, this is now where
Or stopping
Evie
for donuts.
has to roll mobility to make sure you do not
oh
move.
man.
And it's a good thing you
My
didn't put that armor on. So
My
you will,
mobility is pretty good.
let's see.
Okay.
It's a good
Knock
thing
on
you didn't
wood.
put that armor on, because it would have been heavy and weighing down on your body. Because you are in an awkward position. You are at the point where the foot that you step with is already in the air, and your
Oh,
heel
okay.
was moving up. So this is a very
You're literally
awkward
having
position.
to hold the position.
Yeah.
Any extra
Jeez,
weight
okay.
would be very detrimental. So
Okay.
mobility. Okay. Then you can absolutely wait until George eventually arrives. And I believe Lance is like looking at it and preparing tools, but waiting for some aid.
George
and
George
then-
will flash his ID and he will come right up and actually tell the receptionist, don't let anybody else except for LAPD or RI or RDU other people come in here. Come up to that floor, okay?
Alright. Floor is
And I'll
now being
come up and-
evacuated.
Yes.
So
I will come up and I will look and I will just kind of take a deep breath like, oh, thank God. LT, what do you
Still here.
got?
And at this point here, like I'm leaning up against the wall, and I've got just a cigarette that I'm smoking on. I'm looking at Evie and smiling at Stone. Sounds like we landed in a shit sandwich here. It's
Yeah, it looks
it's
like
good.
That sounds disgusting.
that's the point.
Oh, is that an
Exactly.
idiom?
Gonna-
Okay, my apologies.
It is an idiom. It's
she
okay.
says while she's stepping on a landmine.
George Stone will look into the place and try and use his keen perception, his keen observation, to see if he can see any other landmines that might be in the area.
Just to point out here, the first thing you're gonna do is look, or do you want to help remove the landmine, because Evie might be
going to
physically-
look- I'm going to look first.
okay,
I-
that means
I mean,
Evie, you're gonna have to.
I mean-
yeah.
Okay, no.
I do want to
no.
interject. I want to interject.
If,
Yes.
Go ahead,
if
Lance.
you tell me that you want to do this now, then I will not look and I will do it. I'll do it. I'll help you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I look at Stone. I like put my hand up and like, hey, Stone, we got priority matters here. Bomb,
Okay.
ground, boom.
Gotcha.
So, you get
where do
advantage,
you need me?
Lance.
One more time for me, Mr. Nigel.
You got advantage because Stone is essentially gonna help you light it up and then just check the wirings, make sure that everything connects the way you expect it to connect to.
Perfect. Here it goes.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, dude!
I know everything.
Yes!
I know how to disarm everything.
So-
you can see into the future. You can see into the future. You are a golden god.
You very quickly make short work of the landmine, remove the wire from its trigger, and you have enough confidence in your ability that you can tell Evie to take her foot off. And you flinch when you take the foot off, like and
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, like my leg is so sore.
I look at everybody and I just I shake my head and it's like, now let it be known, this is the last time we're gonna step on any fucking bombs. All right?
I'll
Well, then
try
hold
not
on.
to.
And George will look around the room and see if he
Observation.
can see anything else.
While you're doing that, Lance, since you rolled,
I'm gonna use my
Your-
advantage
okay.
to be able to check the place.
rolled
Yeah.
advantage, there are 2 more left. Lance, while he's looking, the landmine, because you rolled so
3
Wow.
more successes.
So first, Lance,
I
because
have
you
eagle
rolled
eyes.
so godly on your tech, the landmine itself is military issue. This is not a makeshift IED. This is a real military landmine. This is something even Anders can't really have his hands on. He gets weapons and other things, but this kind of thing, that's not the kind of thing he can get his hands on. No one can. Unless you know people specific to it.
Mm.
Now, as far as George goes, when you look around the room, there are no more plates that you can notice that are designed to be landmines. It looks like the main trap was at the front door, specific to the front door.
Any tripwires or anything like that
No.
that I can tell?
There's nothing else
Okay.
in this room. It was just the one bomb.
Okay.
And there is a banging on the closet door now, combined with the mother.
Yeah, we're
We'll
coming.
get to you.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look to LT and say, LT, do you want to go and handle him? I'm gonna make sure that Evie's okay.
Yeah. I already talked to her. We met her last. It's your turn. And then walk in. And,
I'm going to help.
I'm-
I'm gonna help Evie into the hallway.
I make my
You want to go
approach
in the
to
hallway, or
door.
you want to? This was your thing.
I want to stay. I want to stay in here.
So you wanna go
sit on
inside?
the couch?
Yeah, I'll sit on the couch, but I want to talk to
The guy?
Lucas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll like say I appreciate it, George, but we have a job to do, and the only thing that hurts right now is my leg. I'm okay.
George literally winks at you as you're doing that as he passes you the piece of paper.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
And he says, "For later."
you sit, you look. Lance opens the closet, and it's Lucas. Except he
It's
has
actual Lucas.
he has a pretty unshaven beard. Looks like he hasn't shaved in weeks. Long hair that hasn't been unkempt and cut. He smells like he hasn't bathed in a while. There is
bound?
he is bound, tied up, gagged, and there is equipment in this closet for IV drips feeding. Is he being fed nutrients from an IV? And yeah, He's in a pretty bad spot.
I look at him and I remove the gag from his mouth.
Help me.
Breathe. So breathe first. Got some questions for you.
You don't understand.
Can you
The
confirm your name?
replicant, the replicant is with my mom. They've had me tied here for weeks. Please.
And I look at him and I just said, "No, we kind of figured something was weird, but I can't clue you in exactly as to what is going on. But maybe you have some answers for me. Now, I know you've been in a state of shock, just realizing that you've just been found. But I'm gonna need you to take a couple breaths, and I'm gonna ask you some questions."
Okay.
No.
He
Can
nods.
you
He
confirm your
tries.
name for me?
Lucas Tyrell. Lucas Tyrell. I'm Lilith Tyrell's son.
And now, let's see about getting those what do you call them, shackles off your arms, and want to sit you up. Now you don't plan on running, do you?
No.
LT, give him one of these. He'll throw a pack of synth weed cigs at your hand, and say, give him one of those. That should calm him down.
I'll look at Lucas and say, "Lucas, do you smoke weed?"
No.
Do you want to smoke weed?
Not particularly.
This is the funniest thing happened all night.
Look, just. I'm calm. Look, I was on my way to work, and some crazy woman with a sword ambushed me and knocked me out, and the next thing I knew, I was tied up in my own fucking apartment, looking at myself, taking my clothes, bound me and gagged me. I've had to piss myself for the last 2 weeks. I've had to shit myself, and they've cleaned me for the last 2 weeks. The synth was pretending to be me, using my identification, my badge, my clearance. It is with my mom. Please, just let me go and help her. I don't know what that crazy bitch is going to do next.
See, the funny thing is, I can't let you go just yet, because the thing is, those two out there don't know that we know about them. So, unfortunately, for the time being, you're going to help us in order to help bring these two to justice and make sure that any other victims of this crime get justice they deserve.
Do you untie him at least?
I do untie his arms, but I keep his
Okay.
legs bound at
Alright,
least.
he tries to sit against the wall. I don't know what's going on. They didn't tell me anything. They attacked me. I've been here for a few days, and then suddenly she stopped coming around, and a replicant of myself came around.
No, can you tell me exactly how long ago you think that replicant came around that looked like you?
More than... I was on my way to work July 7th. And then I lost track of time with however long they've had me tied up here.
Okay. And then I call up Echo and say, "Hey, Echo, are you still on the Esper wall?"
That is a great
we're going
time
through everything we got
for
about
the end of your
apartment
second
building.
shift. Because Echo, looking through this wall, you can find Lucas moving forward, moving back, but that instinct of the guy you hired tells him to move backwards and backwards and backwards, and you find roughly around that same time, the 7th of July, she was spotted entering there dressed as a similar thought to Evie, dressed as an escort. Went there for a bit
Always escorts.
and then left. It looks like from the camera's angle that she was carrying Lucas drunk. But when you look closer, he's unconscious. And she's carrying a very large duffel bag with her that's clanking around.
It's
Then she
probably medical
leaves.
equipment and such.
Potentially also the landmine. Basically, if you were going to plant a landmine, those would be the tools you would need fit in that bag, and then some. It is huge. Now, a few back and forths later, you never see Lucas leave at that point when he entered through there. But you do see him enter. But he never left. Potentially the replicant. Goes in, and then he goes into a regular cycle, and L is never seen there again.
I'm gonna message back. They're visiting. They visited him a bunch of times, back and forth. They brought with them a bunch of equipment. If he's still alive in there, they were coming in and checking up on him. It looks like there was a reason they wanted him to stay alive, unlike the bouncer.
Good. And then I fill in Evie and Stone about this information at the same time as well. That way we're all up to speed.
This is one promotion point for everyone, given that since Echo hired someone.
Could I also estimate if he's coming, if Lucas is coming to visit Lucas on a scheduled basis? Like is it standard at a certain time? Like, could we expect him to return at any moment, or would it be in a few days?
Off of his shift to sleep. He comes by here, he sleeps here. The replicant seems to sleep here. So he goes by here every night.
I'm gonna reply back to Lance and basically say, hey, what I'm seeing right now, the fake Lucas, he's coming back every single night. This isn't. He might be coming back tonight, and I'll end it there.
Now we enter your third shift. But you can continue. Like, what is the plan now?
I look at my two coworkers here, and I look at them, and poor Lucas. I give him a fresh cup of water.
He is looking at you. He says, "Wait, please, officer, listen to me. Last time they came here..." He drinks his water. "Please check on my mom."
I think we can manage that. And I look at Stone and say, what do you think?
You want me to you want to stay here with him, and me and Evie can head over to check on the mom?
I mean, you two were there last time. I mean, like you guys are already known quantities to her.
Yeah. You think that's a good idea?
I think so.
Are you good?
And
Are
then
you
maybe,
good here? Are you good here?
Maybe Echo can meet me up here, and then me and him plant a little ambush. As soon as the other L comes in here, the other Lucas comes in here, we can probably have him message L and say, "Hey, 911, Lucas is out. You know, bait Lucas here. But we still need to make sure Anders is okay too."
Okay.
Oh shoot, there is a matter of the door.
Oh, right.
The lock's been busted open. The door's been kicked open.
I mean, we could probably have the foreman or the janitor come in and replace it.
There's also a garage in this building if you want to wait for him there instead, before he ever gets back up to the apartment. He does have his own spinner, and he does park it there based on what Echo found.
Could we
That might not be.
for him? And then that way, he starts to freak out, and that's when the message begins. And he does it on his own, and then
Right.
he moves, and we can track him, and then he might take us to L.
plan?
Decisions, I know.
Decisions, yeah. I mean,
And then I have Echo on a group call too.
it's true. Yeah, I mean that sounds like as good a plan as any to try and get us to L.
Question.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we want? My worry is that. Yeah, exactly. Which is following him. If we take him down at the apartment building, we don't get to find L. If he has a reason why if he's making contact with L, or he's supposed to check in, she's gonna know shit just hit the fan. And I know we recovered the real Lucas, which everyone's gonna be really happy about that. But I don't think Flucus is the priority target. I think L is. So that needs to be our main concentration.
Well, I think that we were saying that if Lucas comes to his apartment, realize that the door's been broken down, he'll freak out, contact Elle, and maybe go to her.
So that would entail you guys take Lucas, the real Lucas, out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would wait here in the apartment so that I could catch Lucas or replicant Lucas and
Lucas. Flucus.
Lucas.
Fake Lucas.
Flucus, as in like fake Lucas.
Oh, like yeah, there we go.
Lucas.
Lucas.
So you're gonna
who wants to
wait?
wait with me in the apartment.
Because if you wait, he might not have the chance to
wait.
freak out.
Yeah, I'll take Evie to check on. Well, the question is, do we want to check on Anders first, or we want to check on his mom? Because we know that Anders has a police escort right now, so he's probably okay for the time being. So I think checking on his mom would probably be the better idea.
Important. But also, is Echo gonna rendezvous with LT? Because I also don't think that Lance should be by himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna wait for Flucus to show back up at the house, and then I'm gonna do the tail to find out what he tries to do after that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you guys don't need to wait at the apartment. You can wait by the garage, because if you want him to panic, you shouldn't be in the apartment.
Yeah.
You want him to have the chance to run. So back to memory labs. You two are going here. This is your third shift. Here's what happens. Let's start with the apartment, because we're about to end here. At the apartment, you guys are waiting. You do see his car parked in the garage. He looks at the people who have been evacuated. I'm assuming you let them back in. A little concerned, but he's a little jumpy, looking around. Goes upstairs. In a little bit, on cue, you see him running back down to his car on the phone, and you can hear him, because it's a garage and it's sort of echoing in this concrete. Pick up, fucking pick up! And he fumbles his keys and opens the car. Fuck! And then he tosses the car in the phone and just drives his spinner. You'll follow him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
pause that. That is still your third shift. That's not the end of it, it's the start. The reason I'm gonna end it there is because George and Evie, when you get to Lilith Labs, there are 2 dead guards outside and armed people inside, and you hear gunshots being fired.
Thank God I have the assault weaponry in my trunk, and we have our
God.
body
And
armor.
This,
Can I
we
put on
have
my
armor.
body armor?
yeah, you
Wanna
haven't
hear
gone
that?
inside yet. You haven't gone
Okay.
inside yet. You can absolutely. It's a
Okay.
police shirt, so it's a ballistic shirt.
Oh,
You can
and
very
I'll-
easily
okay.
slip it on.
And I'll look and I'll look. Do you want the assault rifle or the shotgun?
Shotgun.
I'll hand you the shotgun. I'll take
Yeah.
the assault rifle.
Oh, and on the way there, I did origami. So I can get it.
Yes, you can take your stress
and
back.
And also, while we're on the way, which we can cover this more in the next session if we need to.
Yeah.
You will, Evie, you will actually see George reach into his shirt and pull out a locket, and he pops it open, and he just kind of rubs the picture on it and smiles, and you kind of hear him sniffle a little bit. He takes a deep breath and then closes it up and puts it back in. I'm going to interact with my
Oh, sure.
personal item.
I believe that humanity or stress? No, that's stress.
That's
Gain
stress,
1 point
yeah.
of stress. Okay.
Yes.
So with that being said, again, you guys are outside putting on your body armor because now you are expecting a firefight, because what else do you hear but gunshots everywhere.
Yeah.
That will be where we end the story for tonight. And everyone
The
who's here,
assault
thank
of the
you.
Suspender Squad.
Thank you for watching, but come back here next week and see if they get to live through what's about to happen. Because two of their squads is following someone else. Or they have a choice. Who knows? But before we permanently say goodbye, I'd like everyone to just tell the people watching right now who you are, where they can find you, and what you might be up to. Echo.
I'm Echo. You can find me in the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord. Send me a message. See you guys next week. Glad to have you here at the chat. I think some of the best chat. I need to make sure when I do RPGs in the future, there's a chat involved.
There are, I need to point this out again, there is, I believe, still 2+2s running around, so that's something. But Shockman.
Yeah, I gotcha. Hey guys, I'm Michael Shockman. You can find me here on Sundays on Cybernation Uncensored. You can also find me over on my own Twitch channel. I haven't been streaming as much lately because just been taking some personal care time and everything like that. Been having some rough personal stuff, but looking forward. I've got a new project that I'm starting tomorrow, so come and check me out over at twitch.tv/dmshockman. You can also find me on YouTube on youtube.com at both Michael Shockman and at the DM Shockman Institute. And you can technically follow me over on Twitter. I technically am on there with DM Shockman with a capital D and a capital S. But I don't really post on there very often. I also want to give a huge shout out to Birdzilla and Silver Phantom, people from my community, for giving me those +2s. You guys are awesome. Everybody in chat is awesome. We love you all. But yeah, I'm really loving this. I can't wait for next week. And yeah, this is great.
And Dorsley.
You can find me at George Lee on Twitch, on YouTube, and also on Instagram. It's with 2 Y's. Do not forget the second Y. I have been taking a little bit also of a break from Twitch, but hopefully I will be back on Tuesday playing more Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines for the first time in my Malkavian playthrough. Really excited about it, and I hope that you guys can join.
And Nolan.
Hey guys, I'm Nolan North. I'm glad you came to our wonderful game session of the Blade Runner series run by GM Nigel. It has been quite a pleasure to play here. Besides that, you can find me here on this Discord as Nolan. I'm in a few play-by posts, so I'm in the Discord. I'm active here. I'm also one of the community managers, so if you have any questions about any of the game systems here, just give us a question, or put it in the general chat for us, and one of us will answer for you. Besides that one, Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland will be starting to stream March 25th, so that's going to be some exciting stuff. I do have one player in question, but after that, I figure we'll get our session 0 started here sometime soon, and then be looking forward to that. It's going to be a crazy, zany cassette tape, retro future, gonzo, acid vomit, punk game.
So
what a title!
Toxic Avenger, the role-playing game.
Correct.
Discord link to Cybernation Uncensored is on the chat. Join in. Maybe join one of these streams one day. There's a lot of casting calls, a lot of people GMing. Maybe you want to stream yourself. Come inside, have some fun with us. But until then, we will see you guys again next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye, guys.
See ya.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.